Hello.
Oh, everybody, and welcome back to the McDonCast. I'm going to turn the volume down for that part.
The funnest podcast in town. The only podcast around.
In town.
I thought you said you didn't want to do the intro anymore. Although that episode was not posted.
Oh,
so
I'll post it now. I'm going to post the last 4 episodes that are all out of date all in one day.
Why didn't you post the last 4 episodes?
I just didn't feel like it.
All right. Well, I know at least 2 people who are going to be very excited to have a season of television worth of McDonCast drop all at once.
No, they'll just some of them will listen to the most recent one. I just have to get rid of them, so they're all going up.
All right.
No, there is some interesting stuff we talked about that is still kind of relevant.
Yeah, we talked about a lot of things. Anyway, welcome back, everybody, to another fantastic episode.
Don't make promises about the quality of the show.
It's always fantastic.
You know what I hate about broadcast television, like late night talk shows, which we can talk about the state of those in a minute.
Yeah, because
there's big news in that.
Wait, is that even in the docket?
No,
Why isn't that in the docket?
Because I didn't feel like we'd have a lot to say on that. But
I mean, there's a lot of things we could say about
But I hate it when they come in and they're like, we have a great show for you tonight. And I'm like, you don't know that. Don't lie to me.
Well, they're planning.
This could be the worst show you've ever done.
You never go in and go, yeah, guys, today's show might be the worst show ever.
But also sometimes they do plan a terrible show.
Not on purpose.
When they have bad guests, that's their fault, and it's a terrible show.
Number one, they don't really make value judgments on like the goodness of a guest, I don't think. Unless they're planning a contentious interview, which they don't do on late night talk shows, so that's not a thing.
That's true. They used to. Remember when Jay Leno was like, Hugh Grant, why did you try to have sex with a transgender prostitute?
No.
You remember that? It was a really big scandal in the mid-90s.
That sounds like a thing that would be a scandal in the mid-90s and literally like no other time.
That would be a blip on the news.
If that happened today, no one would care.
Hugh Grant could do that 7 times in 1 week and no one would care.
I mean, who cares? Was he married?
Nope.
Then like, I mean, it's kind of
It was just scandalous in the 90s, man.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway, well, do you want to touch on Stephen Colbert?
Well, we can do that like in the show. We're still in the intro.
I'm fine.
Let me get you guys started off with a brief rundown of what we have planned this week. We have trailers. We have DC Studios shaking up the basket after Superman. We have movies that won't exist cinematic universe getting an update. So if we haven't posted have any of the episodes where we talk about
that's a good question. I'd have to look.
Does anyone know what that is, or is this just a bit?
Oh no! Because we've been doing this bit since early in the year, like in January.
Have we?
Yeah.
I don't think we codified them into a cinematic universe.
We did
until recently.
Yeah, no, I remember. I have the dockets from February.
Anyway, that's getting some updates as well.
It's always getting updates.
We can put Stephen Colbert in the little news nuggets.
Yeah,
section. Sure. We got Comic-Con preview.
Because it's this upcoming weekend.
Guess what? I hope you're ready for a helping of nothing.
Yes.
It's
one
nothing.
kind of sort of big panel.
Maybe one guy will be there.
Yeah.
We'll see. And then Emmy nominations are making people upsetty spaghetti.
I'm upsetty spaghetti.
Yeah, I am too. I think there were a lot of snuffs this year, but we'll get into that later on. Starting things off with trailers. We got
Sam.
A rock solid starter with the official trailer for Hoppers.
Yeah.
Pixar's
next
movie.
film. Original. This comes out in March.
This come out? Okay, so have they ever released?
It's quite a ways away.
Okay, but have they ever released 2 movies that were like that, like Elio and like that's really?
Yeah. They've done 2 movies in a year before. Because Elio,
well, not counting Disney Plus movies.
No, they still are. Yeah, no, they have. They're doing 2 movies next year. There'll be this in March and then Toy Story 5 in June. So this is their we're trying something. If this fails, Toy Story 5 will rack in $1 billion and it'll pay for Leo and Hoppers.
So why are they remaking Avatar?
Okay, did you watch the trailer?
Well, I'm watching it now and I'm realizing they're remaking Avatar.
Okay, well, did you watch the trailer?
I'm currently seeing the trailer.
Okay,
right
they
now.
make a joke about it being Avatar in the trailer.
Oh, then why did they do that if they knew it was?
I mean, it's not the exact same thing.
Yeah, okay.
That's space people and aliens.
Just from this.
Oh, by the way, speaking of trailers, I mean, I don't know if you saw it, but the trailer for Avatar: Fire and Ash did leak
Yeah, I saw
in
that
like
it
4K HD, like a pristine copy. I don't know if you can still find it online.
I saw that it leaked, but
You
I
didn't
have not
watch it?
seen the trailer.
I watched it. I think it's going up this week to be in front of.
I saw people on TikTok going, "Oh my god, the trailer was leaked. Oh my god."
Okay, well, we can just package these two together because they have basically the same premise at the end of the day. But Hoppers, this actually looks pretty fun.
This looks cute. I like the animals. The rest, I like it seems to have a little bit more personality than Elio, at least.
Yeah, and I like the writer director. It's the creator of We Bare Bears on Cartoon Network,
Oh, that's
which is
interesting.
a good show. But yeah, no, this looks like a lot more commercial than I think Elio was, or at least an
for
easier
sure.
sell.
I
This is a
do-
little bit higher. I don't know if this is a higher concept, but this is a little bit more unique.
Oh yeah, much more unique.
It's yeah.
I will say I'm still a little bit disappointed in the style being the same as the last 15 Pixar movies. Like the character designs haven't really.
I think this
innovated
is
stylistically.
one that was already in the pipe.
Yeah.
Because they announced. I don't know if we talked about it because I don't know when they did.
We covered
But
this
they
when it got
announced-
announced. It was announced quite a long
No,
time
no.
ago.
Their next original after this will be an animated movie called Gato in 27.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
Yeah,
as well.
which is supposed to be like stylized.
that
like
one
an
looks a
oil
little
painting.
bit more unique.
So I think they are playing with style, and there was also a headline. I think Pete Docter, who's the head of Pixar, said the other week that they are hiring more 2D animators at Disney, and they want to mix it up and do 2D and 3D animation theatrical films.
Right.
So I think they are experimenting with style, trying to compete, at least on an artistic level, with Warner Brothers Animation, Sony Pictures Animation, which are doing more varied styles per movie, and DreamWorks. DreamWorks is doing that as well. But I don't know. Did you watch K-pop Demon Hunters?
I haven't seen it yet, but I do plan to watch that.
That's another Sony thing where it's like,
sick.
it's wild that Sony has all of a sudden become like the cream of the crop for animated films.
Well, number one, they're still like making them on a semi-consistent basis, and two, like they're like when they release one, it's like a banger.
They're putting in
Almost.
effort.
Like when was the last time they had a non-banger animated movie?
I mean, I'd have to look at a list.
Let's see,
I think they have released some stuff that's gone straight to Netflix that just
like,
no
let
one
me
acknowledged.
think.
The last Hotel
Transylvania.
Transylvania.
Yeah.
The last Hotel
3.
Transylvania wasn't very good.
That was a miss.
the fourth
That one
one.
was bad.
That one went straight to Prime Video.
Yeah, that one was a big miss.
They-
That's
Adam
probably
Sandler didn't
that's
come
probably the
back.
most recent big flub from them.
But no, this looks pretty solid. I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, this looks fun.
I
It
think
looks cute.
I think it was again Pete Docter in probably the same interview said the other day that like everyone's like the box office for these original films are so bad, like they're just not performing well just
Yeah.
across the board. But he was like, we can't not do this.
Yeah,
like we
like,
can
you
make
have to make-
we can make Toy Story 25. But like eventually that will burn out,
Yeah.
and we see that all the time. I mean, we're seeing that this weekend. We're recording this on Saturday, and the Smurfs reboot came out yesterday, and it's tanking into oblivion.
Dead on arrival.
Because these IPs, like eventually, they just completely run out of gas.
But to be fair, has Smurfs ever even had gas?
Well, it did. Like the first two that Sony did made money, but they were diminishing returns. Like it was going down, and then Paramount scooped it up, thinking like maybe we can get
Maybe
anything
we
out
can
of
do
this.
Smurfs, I
and
guess.
no, because people get tired of this crap. Like,
I mean, the first
and
one,
they can tell when they're doing it just because they have to make a IP film.
The first one also at least had like the novelty of like, oh, the Smurfs are real. Ooh.
Yeah.
Now they've they've completely given up like that. That has no novelty value. That and then this one is also like an animation live action hybrid, which looks.
This
just
one they have
awful.
just settled on the marketing is Rihanna is Smurfette.
You'd
think the title of the movie is Rihanna
and don't
is
forget
Smurfette.
influencer Smurf, who is not even in the
Not
movie.
in the movie. Like, we'll talk about it. I'm planning on doing a big summer box office wrap-up show towards the end of August. But
Yeah.
like movies like Karate Kid or Battle Arena that underperformed this summer, I think that's just because audiences were like, we know that they made this movie just because it's an IP that they have,
Yeah.
not because anyone had an actual idea. Speaking of IP that just exists,
Tron Ares.
Tron Ares. Not to insult this looks good.
But
I
also,
want to see this. There's two things really holding back my excitement, though.
One is Jared Leto.
One is Jared Leto. Crook bloke, terrible guy, It seems like every month we get more news on why Jared Leto's just the worst.
Yeah,
dude.
Jared Leto just kind of seems to be kind of terrible.
And has apparently been an infamously
He's almost like
bad guy in Hollywood for like decades.
He's almost like
point.
the opposite of Ezra Miller, whereas like Ezra Miller's career was like completely destroyed and he did like a bunch of insane things. It's like no matter how many insane things that Jared Leto does, he just like continues to fail.
Yeah, no matter how many crimes or harassment charges or just generally being weird and running a cult, everyone's just like. Also, he's not a box office draw.
No, not really.
Like his movies don't do that well. His last main starring vehicle was Morbius, and that movie was an infamous failure.
Okay, so here's the thing about Tron.
Right.
Every single thing that takes place in the computer world is metaphorical. None of it from like, it's all like meta-textual stuff. None of it actually looks like that. None of it exists in that form. Like, they are programs. Their memories are stored on disks.
Right.
They are, like, everything that is in computer world that is Tron. Tron, by the way, is not the name of the place. It's the name of the guy. And even sometimes not even the
Isn't
guy.
it? It's like the name of like the Messiah figure.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Because his actual name is something else. It's Jeff Bridges, but I don't remember the character's name.
Yeah. So bringing those things to the real world makes absolutely no sense.
They'll
They're
come up
not
with a BS
supposed to be-
explanation.
Okay, but even if you were to do that, even if you were to bring it
Okay.
into the real world, it wouldn't be that way.
I'm fine with it. It's a good. If you ignore a guy being sucked into a video game doesn't make any sense. So if you just if you let them have that conceit, it's a good setup for a third Tron movie. Because if it was just we're going back into the game again and we got to beat up more guys, like who cares?
But it's not really that interesting because it's none of it is characters that we're aware of.
Well, you don't.
And in the context of the story, these are not characters from fictional places in their universe. They're just computer programs.
Right.
So, like, if I brought MS-DOS to life, what does that mean?
Okay, but what if MS-DOS had like a big spaceship with lasers?
Why would he have that?
Because
it's MS-DOS.
He's from a video game.
So if I bring like an antivirus software into
You're
the real
thinking
world,
way too hard about Tron 3, bro.
no, because okay, and like again, if it was like a character from like a game in the Tron computer world,
It is.
no, it's not.
What are you talking about?
The game from the first Tron movie is Space Paranoids, right? That game has like the little guys on the car, the motorcycles, and they like kill each other, right? Those are characters.
Right.
He's not a character. He's like a soldier. He's like an AI
Ares?
soldier. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is no fish out of water because he was just created there immediately. He was just spawned in and then immediately thrown into the real world.
Right.
So like to him, both of those worlds completely lack context. So there's no.
So you're saying
there's no interesting premise.
Well,
there.
unless he just has like that, like coded in backstory.
Yeah, but even then, you could do that in the real
Also,
world.
I don't think it's the novelty of like what like this can. I don't think it's gonna be like the first Thor movie where it's like a guy from a video game being like, "What's this real world?" I think it's just gonna be like.
But that would be an inversion of the first one. Like if we took
It that
Clue
will be
and
part.
threw him into the
That'll
real
be a
world.
tiny
Not
part of
Clue,
it, but
like,
the
one
main
of the other guys.
the main thing will be like putting the light cycles in New York City, putting the big,
like that's the main
military versus Tron disc
and again,
guys.
that makes no sense because the light bikes are something from that video game.
Okay, yeah.
So, like, if we could pick any video game weapon to bring into the real world
Right.
for military purposes, your first pick is the light bike from Tron. We could bring freaking Master Chief into the real world. That guy's going to be way more effective than a light bike.
I think this is the only like computer program that they can move in and out of. I don't think they could just jump into like a Candy Crush if they feel like it.
Why not? Yeah, they can. It's
Is
all
that
connected.
canon?
Yeah. Space Paranoids is like one video game, but it's connected to the larger network of like the whole internet infrastructure.
Well, maybe here's what these movies never make money, right?
Sure.
These are two movies that have the original Tron and Tron Legacy were both movies that underperformed. This is, by the way,
Tron Uprising is cool. Everyone.
I don't know
watch.
why
is it on
this is
Disney Plus. What is Tron Uprising on?
It's on Disney Plus.
Okay, watch that. It's really cool.
So just in general about this franchise, though.
Best Tron thing.
This shouldn't be a franchise. This is a movie from 1982 that flopped, right? And then they made a sequel in 2010, Tron Legacy.
But it was pretty...
Because there were some fans within the company, and they thought, well, maybe we can do this with like modern technology and make it a hit, right?
Right.
That also underperformed. Then they did an animated show that was canceled after one season, Tron Uprising.
Yeah, it did get canceled, but it was so cool.
Like, this movie's not going to perform well because these never perform well.
I have seen like a weirdly large amount of people.
People
like,
are excited
about
for
this
it.
Movie. Like people I would not expect to talk about movies at all.
But also, I think a lot of the hype is artificial, being pushed by like super fans of Tron Legacy and less so like the general public.
And the effects look insane.
When the third one inevitably underperforms, but they continue to do these again later. Yeah. What you're talking about of like, let's pool the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars Battlefront into the real world, like that is inevitably where this franchise goes when it completely runs out of gas.
So
I'm just saying as a bit,
like
Disney, that is where they would take this. Is like,
yes,
look at all our brands,
but like,
look at all these things,
Ralph Breaks the Internet,
right?
That is the first
which is
Tron.
that
movie. Is identical to the first Tron movie,
except for that.
Save for the virus having like a
and Ralph Breaks the Internet is really bad.
Yeah, well, so is the first Tron.
The first Tron is too.
But that is the way that the internet is structured in the Tron movies is very similar. The only difference is everything is highly...
Well, they didn't have the internet when the first Tron came out.
I'm getting there. So everything is highly abstracted. So like we are looking at like infrastructure being anthropomorphized rather than like literal characters from like games and stuff that existed at the time.
If you were breaking it down on a technical level on how this would work, then yes.
No, that's how it is explained in the movie. Like that is how we understand
that
what
is
is
like
happening.
The explanation behind it, but how it works for story purposes is we took the character from the video game and we put him in real life.
But they didn't do that. Because he's not a character from the game. The characters they meet
in
the movie...
He is from the game.
The only character they meet in the movie from the game dies.
He is an AI being.
That doesn't mean anything.
I am saying the synopsis out loud. The point is, this looks pretty solid.
It does look
I hate
cool.
Jared Leto.
Yeah, we are notorious Jared Leto haters.
I have concerns about the director because he's had an iffy up and down career.
I don't know enough about him.
He did the Maleficent sequel and the most recent Pirates of the Caribbean. So
I mean, those things are mid, but like he doesn't really seem like a bad dude. He just seems like he makes bad movies.
And it does look cool visually. Sam, your favorite filmmaker, Luca Guadagnino, has a new film coming out in October from MGM Studios.
Notorious Luca Guadagnino hater.
Starring Julia Roberts, Andrew Garfield, Iowa Debris. There was a trailer.
This one is shaping up to be
After the Hunt.
The one I hate the second most out of all his movies.
Well, you saw Challengers.
I did see Challengers.
I don't remember what you thought about it. Yeah.
It's kind of like, I liked the aesthetic of it. The story was kind of fine. I understand the movie. I complain about the movie to my friends a couple times. They're like, you don't get... No, I get it. I understand that the only thing she cares about is tennis, and she wants to experience tennis the best way she can vicariously through whoever the best tennis player is. I understand that. That's not my problem with the movie. I just think that it's kind of dumb, and it makes her look really silly for doing that. I understand that that's why she's doing it. I still think, personally, that is a stupid reason to do
I think that movie's pretty good. There were a lot of people that were like, this is the best movie of the year. I was like, this is not the best movie.
And I think that there were a lot of very cringe moments. I think
the score is great.
The score is fantastic.
And it's got good performances.
The performances are great. I think the movie is sexual for like absolutely no reason a lot of the time. Like in ways that does not really make the story different or like add anything to the story. It's just kind of like, all right, they're just jacking off for no reason right now. Okay. So like that that part just kind of made
I
me
mean, we
like,
could have
all
a
right,
larger conversation about
sure.
challengers, but I think
But the movie,
that's the only
I think
movie
the
of his
movie's
I've
like
seen.
a 6 out of 10. Like I didn't hate it. I just don't.
I
it's
didn't
not my
see
thing.
his other movie that came out last year, Queer. I did not see.
I heard Queer was really good. I haven't seen.
I heard that is like 90% just two guys going at it.
Well, you know, that's the movie's called Queer, so
No,
I,
yeah, I'm
I
just
wouldn't
saying.
be upset if that's what happened in the movie.
Call Me by Your Name. You saw and hate.
I hate Call Me by Your Name. That is like in my top 10 most hated movies.
And then he also did Bones and All, which I've heard is good, but I didn't see. So
I thought you did see that. Or
I
no,
might
you saw
have-
a different cannibal movie.
probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Because there was that one and like a different cannibal movie that came out like within like 3 months of each other. And I
Yeah.
think you and Morgan went to go see the other cannibal movie.
most likely, yeah.
Yeah.
That seems like something we do. Anyway, Julia Roberts still have cachet? Question mark. What even are movie stars these days? She the biggest
How old
female
is
movie
Julia
star.
Roberts?
I think she's 60.
How old is Andrew Garfield?
Garfield's like 44, 45
Are they a thing?
in
I'm confused.
in the movie.
Yeah.
No, I believe Michael Stolberg is playing her
Okay.
husband. Yeah. This looks interesting. We'll see how it happens. A lot of big Luca fans out there. You are not one of them, but they are numerous. There are dozens of them.
Yeah.
I hope they're pleased. Awards contender, maybe? Probably.
I mean, he always gets great performances out of the actors. The style
true.
is always on point. Like there are things that he's extremely.
You
good
have a
at.
lot of story
Yeah,
stuff
I
with
just
his
don't
stuff,
like-
but he also doesn't write any of them.
Yeah.
So. And Call Me by Your Name, that was based on a book, I believe.
Yeah, and the book isn't any better.
All right, there was a trailer, technically a teaser, although it's 2.5 minutes
No,
long.
this is a trailer.
So it's a
What is
trailer.
the difference between?
I
trailer and
don't
teaser?
know. I was gonna bring this up. It
Okay,
means nothing.
Let me give you a. This is for everyone at Hollywood. Listen up. Here's the difference. Okay, teasers. This is what you do. It's like 7 seconds long. You reveal either one single frame of the movie or like the title card.
I think
That's a teaser.
I think teasers should be 0 to 30 seconds.
Yeah, like literally just like a super quick
Maybe-
cut of like some random stuff in the title card.
Okay.
Mainly it's just the title
You
card.
want an example of what's a teaser? We saw Superman. I saw it a couple times. We've both seen it a couple times.
Right.
In front of both of the screenings, they played the teaser for Chris Nolan's The Odyssey.
Yeah.
That is a teaser.
That's a because like
That's a bit of
it's just some
voiceover,
random cut of random scenes and then title card.
a tiny bit of one scene, and the title card.
Yeah.
It's like a minute long total.
Yeah.
That's a teaser. This
Once you start explaining story beats, you have gone into trailer territory.
is 2.5 full minutes. This is a trailer. Just call it a trailer.
And there's
I don't know why they title them differently.
I don't.
It makes no sense to me. Anyway, we talked
You
about
know
the
what's
release schedule
even
for this
stranger
before.
than Luca Guadagnino.
What's that? Sam?
Other things. Stranger Things.
Oh,
5.
5. Good. The final hyphen the final season. I have brought this up with a couple people because I'm fascinated, less so by like the world and lore and plot of the show, and more just in
I
terms
mean,
of
I
like,
was at one point.
but more in terms
then-
of just like its production and like it's the fact that it's taken them 9 to 10 years to do it all.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I don't think anything's aside from Attack on Titan. I cannot think of a series that has had a worse production schedule.
This show released its first season during the Obama administration.
Yeah.
And it is going to end in the second Trump administration with a Biden administration in between them.
The only show I can even think of that had a remotely comparable production schedule is Attack on Titan, with like 4 years between seasons 1 and 2, years in between other seasons, years between parts of seasons. The only reason it gets a pass is because it's a phenomenal show. This show does not have the narrative pillars
But-
required to sustain my interest
To be fair,
with that schedule.
or at least in their... I know they were held back by the strikes were a big effect of production, but every show was. So
Yeah,
like, come
and
on.
every other show has managed to sort of recover at this point.
At least
except for Wonder Man.
Yeah. Weird pool. But I do think the massive gaps in between seasons actually helped this show to build. Because,
No.
but like audience wise, it does. Like 2 was bigger than 1, 3 was bigger than 2, and 4 was bigger than 3. And Netflix has a big year this year. They already had the final season of Squid Game, which wasn't as big as the first season, but it was bigger than 2.
Yeah.
They have the second season of Wednesday coming out next month.
That'll be huge.
Which is also probably going to be huge, but probably not as big as 1.
Yeah.
This is the only one that I think is positioned to be like bigger than its previous seasons of these like massive 3 core pillar shows for Netflix that have new
The
seasons.
only thing I've heard people say about this is like people still care about that. Like anytime I bring it up, that's the only thing.
Everyone's saying that, but everyone you know is going to watch this.
Probably.
There's absolutely no way that they don't. This is going to be especially because of when it's coming out, like at the holidays.
Yeah.
When no one's doing anything else.
Yeah.
They're gonna have time to watch it, and it's gonna
on the plane.
And it's gonna be a cultural moment. Like the end of Stranger Things, like as much as we harp on them for taking forever, this has now been a show that's been in our culture for a decade.
Okay, do you want to know what's... Stranger Things, I give credit that and Guardians of the Galaxy for kind of starting the wave of like 80s nostalgia products and like properties.
Yeah.
That entire generation of media of 80s nostalgia reboot
is already
stuff
over.
Has come and gone
since the show
started.
Mm-hmm.
The Bear has only existed in the interim, not just between the 1st and 5th seasons, but the 4th and 5th seasons.
The Bear has
show.
aired all 4 seasons of its run since the premiere of
Stranger Things. And I would argue is a much more consistent show, quality-wise, by far. In fact,
very different in a million ways.
Yes, but not the same genre remotely, but just consistent quality-wise. I think maybe aside from the Star Wars sequel trilogy, I think Stranger Things has flubbed its mysteries more than any other property.
I mean, I thought there were some solid payoffs.
When has there ever been like a cool reveal?
I thought the Vecna thing was fine. I thought that was pretty cool.
That wasn't a cool
I
reveal.
thought that was a good performance. I thought he's a good villain for the show.
The villain and the character is cool, but like him existing doesn't answer any of the questions we've had.
Him creating the Upside Down is like, all right.
But that doesn't make sense. Why would it? Why? What do you mean he can just do that? Why are there? That doesn't explain the monsters. That doesn't explain the ghost demon that lives there and controls everything.
Well, he was the ghost demon. It was like an avatar.
That's also stupid. Like, yeah, okay, sure.
It is obviously a show.
But that doesn't answer any questions.
It's obviously a show where they got to probably the writers' room of the 3rd season and went.
And why would 11 have not explained any of this to them before now? She knows this guy. She went to freaking school with him.
What are you talking about?
Vecna, the kid. Yeah. She knows he's there.
11?
Yes.
Are you talking about the beginning of season?
When she first became friends with them and they were battling these demon monsters.
Right, at the beginning of 1.
Sure. Yeah. I'm saying like once she got the ability to speak, like once she could communicate normally. Yeah. Why wouldn't she be like, hey, by the way, all these monsters, by the way, are connected to this demon guy.
She doesn't know that.
She can sense his brain
but she only does that in the 4th season.
Why? She banished him there to begin with. She knows he's in there.
She doesn't remember that she did that. It's like all repressed
silly.
Or whatever.
That's ridiculous.
It's whatever. It's whatever.
And that's all. Like, why were her memories? That just happens for no reason.
It's because
she just loses her powers for no reason.
It's a mental block.
Why?
Because
it doesn't have any context. It just happens.
I mean, I haven't.
And she doesn't do anything to undo it. She just gets it back.
You gotta let me talk, man. I haven't seen season 4 since it came out. I'm sure these are all in the show.
They're not.
The quality of the answers probably varies, but they're probably there, and I just don't remember them.
She gets them back kind of when her like weird dad scientist character dies.
Right.
But like she wasn't hung up on him being alive before that season.
I think she was.
She only went back to him because she lost her powers and she thought he was the only one who could help.
Isn't she taken by them?
No, she goes there.
Right. But she knows he's alive since season 2.
Yeah, but she's not like pressed about it. Like she takes no actions to that end.
It's brought up a couple times in the 2nd and 3rd season that it's like,
and I'm pretty sure she doesn't even kill him. I'm pretty sure he just dies.
No, he gets crushed by like a helicopter.
Yeah, he just dies in an unrelated helicopter.
No, they're like attacked by the government or something.
I'm saying she did not kill him.
No, she doesn't.
Her part of that arc is unresolved.
What are you talking about?
Like she plays no role in resolving that arc.
Killing him?
Yeah.
I don't think
The
that
military just shows up and then kills him and he dies.
I mean, I don't think her arc was exactly.
You could argue
leading to
maybe
him.
they only showed up because she was there and like activated their weird, wacky science detector. But
I'm losing track of whatever you're on. But anyway, my point was, it is a show where they obviously got to probably the writer's room of the third season and went, we didn't really plan this out. We got to come up with what's going on
they
here.
set up a bunch of cool... They do the J.J. Abrams thing where they set up a bunch of cool
the
mystery
box.
boxes in the first season and then answer like 2 of them. And that's it.
I mean, just...
Like, why does 11 have powers? Because her mom was MK Ultra. Okay, sure.
Yeah, no, fine.
That one's fine. I'm fine with that twist. There are other kids there, too, that got experimented
They're doing
on.
a lab.
Okay, that makes sense.
They're all like that, sure.
Every single other reveal has been stupid.
The other dimension thing from the beginning, I think, was something where they've just been working backwards.
Yeah.
Where they were just like, we need to explain where these monsters come from. We got to figure out
also,
how this is all tied together.
I don't know if people forgot. There were like riffs to the Upside Down just occurring in the woods, like randomly.
I think they explained that in season 1 as like the Demogorgon.
Yeah, the Demogorgon could make them.
Can make them.
So why wasn't he doing that? But we know he existed before Vecna.
No.
Because when Vecna got there, there was a Demogorgon skulking around.
Okay, hold on.
And so was the demon
The
clown.
reason that there were multiple rifts was because of the giant gate from season 2. When she closed that, they could no longer open the small ones. You're going to say that's dumb?
But I thought that only opened in the second season.
No, that had been there. It had just been expanding.
I thought she closed it with her mind, and that's like what they
in
were
season
using her.
2.
No, in season 1, that's why she was there. That's why she was in the lab.
What do you mean?
That's what they were making her do. Her job was to keep the thing closed.
No, she didn't do that at any point in the first season.
Yeah, she's the one who opened the rift initially.
She opens
and then
it
also closed
initially,
it.
But she closes it in the second season.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever. I don't remember that. But
yeah, you just don't remember. I don't. That's fine. I don't expect anyone to remember this.
Very.
I mean, this show's been going forever.
The goo monster.
Yeah,
Why was there a
season
goo
3 was
monster?
really bad.
What
but
was the goo monster about?
People will watch this. The episode lengths on this are going to be ridiculous.
Like, why are they so long?
I mean, the finale of season 4 was like 2.5 hours. So the finale of the whole show is probably going to be 3 or more.
Also, there is a non-insignificant portion of the population that has...
Which characters do you think we're killing off? Steve, guaranteed.
No.
Although we've been saying that for 3 years.
Steve will never die.
You think he just won't?
I think contrary to everything his arc is telling us, he will just live forever.
They're going to kill one of...
11 dies.
11 doesn't die.
11 dies.
No. We got to do spin-offs where she shows up.
No, but her nosebleed thing means...
I think Harp...
Okay, hang on.
Okay.
Name me one single character in all of fiction who gets nosebleeds when they use their powers and then survives the entire series. One.
Okay, that's a really specific
Yes,
question.
because it literally always means that they die.
She's not going to die. She's the main one.
Sort of. Not even.
She's arguably the
She's
main
kind
character.
of the main
Who's
one.
the main character?
The 4 boys.
They're not. That's 4 characters.
Yeah, they're the main
And
guys.
Will does nothing.
Well, that's because
ever.
they decided his character's not real.
He's not going to die because who cares if he did.
But he's got to go like this every once in a while.
I think there's a chance Max dies, although they kind of pulled that at the end of
No,
season
if they
4.
were going to have Max die, they would just have done it already.
That's the other thing about this show is they never have the balls to kill anyone off, despite the fact that their cast is 25 people.
They only kill off the characters that they just introduced. That way it's not that sad.
Like Hopper, they can't kill off Hopper now because they already did
They've already killed him off like 3 times.
They already did an
We've killed him
entire
way too many times.
They did an entire season where there was a fake out death subplot.
Yeah.
So they can't do that. They can't kill off. I don't think they can kill off any of the 3 boys or the 4 boys.
And also, we've
which leaves like Steve, Nancy, Jonathan, and Robin to be like a which of them is gone.
Jonathan.
I think it could
thing
be
is,
Jonathan. They kind of set him up in season 4 to be so useless that
all
there's no
of those
reason
characters, their arcs have completely burnt out, and normally your character dies at the end of their arc,
Right.
but all of their arcs have completely burnt out beyond any semblance of like even needing to be in the show.
Jonathan
at all.
hasn't had a character since season 2.
Any of them dying I would feel nothing.
As soon as Jonathan and Nancy got together in
Maybe
season
Steve.
2.
I would feel something if Steve died. The rest, I could not care less.
But that is just because Joe Keery is that likable, not really because the
he's just like
character
a
has a lot going
charisma
on.
like magnet.
Yeah.
Wait,
and him
what
and
about
Robin are fun together.
Yeah, the Robin could. No, Robin's not gonna die.
No, they're not going to kill off the gay character.
They're not gonna kill off anyone.
I feel like there's a chance they don't, and that'll be real
the
dumb.
mom. The mom can die.
Winona Ryder?
Yeah.
Yeah, they could kill her off.
Mom can because Hopper has to bang her still.
But didn't they do that in season 4?
Almost.
They're doing it.
Yeah, but they gotta like officially do it.
They're doing it officially.
If they didn't in the other season.
If they spend another season of like art, if they do another will they won't they for the entire season with them?
They will. Of course they will.
Just because they have nothing else to do.
No. They will because they don't know how to do anything else. Name us every single romance in this show has only ever been a will they won't they. No character has had a satisfying conclusion to their romance.
The Mike 11 romance was just like they're together, but Mike sucks.
Not that. That's stupid. That's not even a romance. That's just like 11 is like
and
has
then
like a very
if you count
low-key Stockholm
If you
syndrome.
count the Will Mike thing as a romance,
it's,
that's just a no. They won't.
The kid with the no collarbone and the girl. On radio,
yeah.
They're the only one with like a stable relationship.
Him and
radio girlfriend.
Well, for now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there will be a throwaway line
until they have a subplot.
They don't want to have her on
until
the show.
she becomes a main character for all 8 episodes, and they have a whole subplot.
Oh, she could die. I feel nothing for her, and she's new. She's like barely in the show.
Linda Hamilton's in this trailer.
The less you're in the show, the more likely you are to die.
We got to move on from Stranger Things.
Okay, wait, one more thing. Have we not escalated beyond the point of like these kids being the main people fighting this thing?
Oh, like should this not be
the
like a
apocalypse
global...
is happening?
Yeah, no, 100%.
The U.S. military should be
the
involved
only
at
one
this
who
point.
should still be involved is 11 because she has superpowers.
Yes, she's on like. Nick Fury should be here at this point.
Idea that like a god and his immortal monster army are invading from another dimension, and it's like, oh, local sheriff Jim Hopper's got a shotgun,
who was also like in Russia in a Russian like re-education
and
camp.
Steve's got a baseball bat. Like this is just ridiculous.
The USSR was a thing when this was happening.
Because it kind of seems like the trailer from this footage from this trailer is probably only from like maybe the first 2 or 3 episodes, but I felt like where they were going with this was they would have to rally like the whole town to like fight against. But I don't think they'll do that.
And I don't think you need to do like I don't think you need to like they should be like, oh, hell has broken out in our town.
Wasn't that the end of 4? Wasn't there literally
Yes.
like a giant earthquake-sized gap?
A massive rift
was in like the center of town.
Tears the town apart.
That's gonna have gone away off screen.
Further stoking the satanic panic subplot that was happening.
Right.
Because they were like, oh, they're playing D&D, so Satan.
I hope everyone's ready for the fact that that giant rift will be gone.
Yeah, they will just not address that.
They'll be like, oh, it was open for an hour and then it closed.
Anyway,
because they can't do an entire.
Guys, is Hopper gonna bang Will's mom?
How about? Because I was gonna say 8 hours of that, but all these episodes are gonna be 2 hours, so it's 16 hours of.
Is Hopper gonna bang Will's mom?
Is Nancy gonna leave Jonathan for Steve again?
Yeah. Wait. Maybe we'll get him a new girlfriend. Maybe that'll be his arc.
They can't.
Why not?
Because that'll be another character.
Or maybe he could be gay for Stoner guy.
Oh,
Van
big twist.
Stoner guy.
Big twist. 4 seasons in.
Yeah.
Steve.
Well, no, because it wouldn't be a 4 season because he was just introduced last season. Oh, he's gonna die.
No, but the twist would be that Steve is
Van
gay.
guy has to die.
No,
but he's new.
But he's comedy. He's comedic relief.
So is every character.
He seems like a guy that's only in the show because they like him, like they think he's funny on set.
Yeah, because he does nothing in the show.
So they can't get rid of him because then he can't be funny on set.
Like his character is just the van.
I think we spent a lot of time talking about season 4 when it came out.
Yeah, moving on.
Mortal Kombat 2 trailer. It's been a while since the first one of these. I don't know why this one took so long.
I was under the impression that they were like making a new universe and that they had scrapped this one.
Well,
but I guess
they seem
not.
to have abandoned the whole plot line from the first film.
Yeah, because
and have just subbed in Johnny Cage as the protagonist. Who's played by Carl Urban, which honestly, good decision.
Is it though? He's kind of old.
Carl Urban's more likable than whatever the name of the guy was in the first one.
But he's kind of like for Johnny Cage. I don't know. If
And they're
going
gonna actually do Mortal Kombat in this one, which they didn't do in the last one.
Well, they set up that they were gonna do it.
Yeah, but
That
they're
was the
actually gonna do it now. This looks fine. Comes out in October.
Still doesn't quite explain why Johnny Cage is like
there.
participating.
I'm
Yeah.
sure they'll. Yeah.
But that's always kind of been.
Eventually in the games, I'm pretty sure he does get some like magic powers.
Yeah,
to
but
make
that's
him
not
fight
till
better.
like 11 games in.
But they can move that stuff up, so he's not just a regular guy.
Yeah, I mean, also the plot for Mortal Kombat is like
Is
one of the most convoluted plots
it makes
that
no
has ever
sense.
been put to video game.
There's also a trailer for.
Okay, some of these backgrounds look sick.
There's some cool stuff.
Yeah,
in
there
here.
is some genuinely really
There's
cool
some
shots
cool
in this
stuff.
movie.
It
Oh wait,
doesn't
no,
look bad.
he is in the movie.
Who?
The guy from
The other
first
guy.
one.
Yeah, but like it's obvious that they've just moved him to the
He's
background.
just like a background character, but like it's.
yeah.
I kind of like that though. I kind of like that.
What if each one had like a different kind of
Yeah,
focus? That would not
that
be
would
a
be
bad
a cool idea.
Yeah.
You still have like the couple that are like connect them. The
Yeah,
Nick
like
Fury
Scorpion
type.
and Sub-Zero have to show up every movie.
But like I like that it's given each guy their own chance. To
I don't
do
think
their own
Sub-Zero's
thing.
in this trailer. I think they killed him at the end of the last one, but I'm sure he'll be back.
Yeah, I mean he'll come back. They always come back eventually.
There's also a trailer for the next SpongeBob film. We're not SpongeBob guys. I'm sure it's big in that community.
I'll pull that one up. I did see people like it was like a brain rot trailer as far as I understand. Like it was like intentionally like very dumb. Let's see.
Sam, we're gonna get copy struck by Paramount Pictures. Mark Hamill's
I like
voicing
the animation
guy.
style for this actually.
I do like how they kind of switch it up for each SpongeBob film.
Yeah. But I think this style specifically does a really good job of capturing like the framing of the show.
Yeah. They're still doing this thing. It's been 30-something years now.
Well,
SpongeBob?
nothing ever dies.
Do you think they'll ever stop? How close do you think they are to stopping?
SpongeBob?
Yeah.
It's still like the Mickey Mouse of Nickelodeon.
True, but like,
Never.
you think they'll just go forever?
Until the name of SpongeBob is lost to the
I mean, The
echoes of
Simpsons
time.
doesn't seem to be ever ending anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean,
so.
is it not just Simpsons for
It's
kids?
Simpsons for little kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as long as Simpsons going, SpongeBob will continue.
Although
going.
Simpsons, they only made one movie. SpongeBob, this is their fourth one.
But it has that exact same thing where it's like, oh, like old Simpsons is the only good part, and no one watches the new ones.
Is that a thing
but
in the
actually
SpongeBob fandom?
Yeah, no one watches new SpongeBob, but also it's still the most viewed show that they have.
I'm
so-
sure little kids still watch
Yeah.
SpongeBob. All right, let's talk about some DC stuff. A lot of this came from, there was with the Wall Street Journal article the other day about DC, and then also James Gunn has been doing 87,000 interviews everywhere all the time. He won't stop
he's
talking.
An interview machine.
I'm sick of seeing him.
He just
Go away.
He's yapping. He's
Like,
he's a yapster.
I have never seen a filmmaker do more press, I think, ever in my entire life.
Yes, true, but has there ever been like a filmmaker with this big of a name?
I get it.
Headlining this.
Yeah,
big
I
of
know
a
it's because
franchise?
people do know who he is.
Because like if Kevin Feige was like a household name before they started doing the MCU, he would have done the same thing.
Yeah. But the main thing I hate about James Gunn interviews is that he does this stupid thing where he's like, golly gee, I don't like doing press. And I'm like,
Then stop it.
you're your own boss.
You are the CEO.
The
basically.
person assigning you to do press is you. Stop complaining. You did this. Stop complaining.
God, I just hate doing the McDonCast.
Yeah, it's like, bro, shut up.
Well, we
Just
could
acknowledge
stop doing it.
because like he is obviously a very I don't want to call
He likes
him,
being in the spotlight.
he's likes attention very much, and I'd like whatever, dude.
And,
That's everyone in
I think
Hollywood.
filmmakers need to have that to an extent. Like you have to want to be seen in order to
Yeah,
be the head of this.
but
kind
he
of
does
project.
this like faux humble thing, and I'm like, bro, just acknowledge the fact that you like it when people talk to you.
Yeah, you
on
know
camera.
what? Credit to Zach there. Zach will just be like, yeah, I'm the freaking coolest man ever, and I'm the best. And you're stupid for thinking I'm not.
Anyway, oh, did you see he said that Rebel Moon could keep going?
It won't.
Yeah, because there's no way in hell.
Don't
they'll
worry,
ever have
Zach. I'll help you finish that. It won't. It
No.
can't. Actually, it will not.
Okay. Anyway,
Although, counterpoint. Has anyone ever been able to like make things happen that absolutely under no circumstances should happen? like he is. Like, he is able to, like, make things that, like, for all intents and purposes should have been dead for, like, so long and should never have ever been made.
He did the Snyder Cut.
That's pretty
but
impressive.
He didn't do that. The Colts did.
I would argue Rebel Moon is also pretty similar to that, though. Like, that should not have existed at all. That as, like, a Star Wars pitch that eventually got made into a thing.
No, but, like...
that should not have existed at all.
Netflix giving him a high budget to do a big scope and scale action franchise, like... Netflix will do that.
But the fact that he got to make his Star Wars movie should not have happened.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
yeah.
He made that happen. It should not have been able
but
to happen.
I think that happens more than people think. He was just very public about the fact that it was a Star Wars idea. I'm sure there are a lot of filmmakers who have like a pitch for an IP,
and it gets turned into
and then it gets turned down, and they turn it into something else, and it gets made into a movie. Like it happens a lot the other way around too. Like a lot of times they'll pitch an original thing and they'll turn it into an IP thing.
Yeah, like the Kool-Aid movie.
Yeah. But anyway, Sam, David Zaslav, our boy,
my favorite guy,
our favorite guy.
We love him. We never complain about him ever.
I don't know if anyone remembers this, but 4 years ago...
We remember. Oh, okay. If you're watching this, you remember.
DC announced that Ta-Nehisi Coates was supposed to write a Black Superman film to be produced by J.J. Abrams.
Not produced. It was supposed to be about... what was
it was supposed to be produced by J.J. Abrams.
Yeah.
And there had been no news on it since that initial announcement. Literally none. But it turns out David Zaslav had canceled that film because it was quote-unquote too woke. It was also supposed to be apparently be a period piece set in the civil rights era.
I do think that would have been
that sounds like
cool,
a pretty
actually.
cool idea. That feels like something you could do not as a Superman movie.
Yeah, you could definitely just make that like an Amazon
I think you
Prime
could do...
original. No, you know what? That's a Max original. That's what that is.
You could do like a movie about a character, about a guy obtaining superpower, a Black American obtaining superpowers in the 1960s, and how that would affect the civil rights movement.
Okay, what is the guy's name? He's the Black Kryptonian guy, but he's not... He has I don't remember his name.
You just Google it.
I did. I see. There's a bunch of
There's
pictures
Val
of him.
Zod, who's like a New 52 character, and then there's another one who is like the president and also Superman in another reality. But I don't think it was supposed to be either of them. I think it was supposed to be a new thing
because there is a Black Kryptonian who is on the Justice
Yeah,
League
they've done Black
who
Superman
doesn't
stuff.
wear like a super costume. He has like his own, he's got his whole.
Okay,
own
well,
thing
there's
going on.
Icon, who's a Milestone character.
Yeah, I think that's.
But he's not a Kryptonian. He's a different thing. He was a character from a comic company that DC bought, and so they folded him in.
Valtho is the island.
But I think all the rights are split up with the Milestone comics.
Yeah.
There's like issues with that. But anyway, this seems like something. If David Zaslav had not said it was too woke and they could never make it.
Okay, I think Val Zod is the most popular one.
Anyway, this would have never gotten made either way because like, what even is this? How do you sell this?
How do you you can't integrate this into like the wider DC.
Well,
stuff
that and
at
like,
all.
how do you market that? Like, what if Superman was black and it was the civil rights era?
But he is Superman.
Yeah, it's like I don't.
Low key though. Okay.
No, it's not a bad idea. The problem would be that has no play in an international market.
But Sinners like popped off.
Not international.
Oh,
if you look at the international numbers for that movie, they're god
Well, I mean, it's
awful.
about like the American South.
It
like,
just yeah, exactly. But like this would be the same situation. Like you'd have to spend 150, 200 million dollars on a Superman movie like this, and there's just no financial way that you could get the global box office to recuperate that.
Here's
investment.
my pitch. Ta-Nehisi Coates. This one's for you, buddy. You're going to reach out to the Sinners guys. I don't know, Ryan Coogler, right?
Ryan Coogler, and also Warner Brothers, who shot this movie down. You're
going to call Ryan Coogler. You're going to be like, buddy, you know that Sinners movie you just made that absolutely popped off that you left kind of maybe open to a sequel there at the end? All right. What if they fight Superman? And that's the premise. What if vampire Michael B. Jordan fights Black Superman?
I don't know if you would be fired your first day as a studio executive or if you'd be promoted to CEO.
I think I get promoted to CEO. Because also, you could also just have it take place.
We have so much news.
You could have it take place so far in the future that like it's part of the main DC stuff at this point. You could just say Sinners is actually part of the DCU. I mean, why not?
I mean, they're retroactively cramming a bunch of stuff into this.
Like, there's vampires in DC.
James Gunn is considering spin-offs for Jimmy Olsen and Mr. Terrific. Would you care about either of those?
I would so be down for a Mr. Terrific show.
That sounds not bad.
I actually want more Mr. Terrific. He was super cool. Jimmy Olsen, I
would assume
really
that
care
would
so
be like a Daily Planet thing.
Honestly, I didn't like Jimmy Olsen as a character that much. He was fun, but
he was pretty one note in that movie.
Yeah, he's kind of the fact that he's just like he's kind of too mean to his like.
Yeah, he's a bit of a
kind of a
crappy guy.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would care. I don't know if. I would be really hard to do a Daily Planet show, but the two most important and popular people in
Clark
there
Kent and Lois Lane
just
are
are
not
never there. Like it's just Jimmy Olsen
unless
and
Jimmy is sent out on assignment.
and Cat Grant just like investigating regular journalism stories.
Well, okay, now that you mentioned Cat Grant, I'm 100% on board. I will watch many seasons of a Cat Grant spinoff show.
DC is primarily focused on fast-tracking a Wonder Woman movie with a script being written. James Gunn said it's very different from what's been done before. Presumably they've recast Wonder Woman.
Yeah, have you seen the
all but guaranteed for that.
the fan cast of?
Yeah, everyone wants Adria Jorna.
Yeah, I think she could be a. Cool
she would be
woman.
fun. She'd be good.
She would have to bulk up a bit. I feel like Wonder Woman needs to be a little more
fine.
buff. I feel like Gal Gadot wasn't quite the buff.
No,
level
she
I
was
want
very.
Wonder Woman to be at.
Yeah. I would think she'd be good. I think like Superman or Batman, it'd kind of be a guy that we don't really know. Like I'm sure.
Do we start in medias res
I don't
again,
know.
or do we actually do her origin? Because her origin hasn't really.
They're not
going
to do her origin again.
That one's not super well known though, and
It's
they don't
not
even really do it very well.
It's
in the
not.
Wonder Woman movie.
It's not like Batman or Superman where they've done it like 5 times, but they did do it less than a decade ago.
Yes,
So
but
it would
they
be
didn't-
very recent.
But they kind of didn't. They it was a different thing
in the
where she's like, "Oh, you're made to kill Ares," and that's what
no,
we
not
made
that
you for
part of it, but the like. She's on Themyscira and she's a little girl, and
Yeah.
then Steve Trevor shows up and she goes over. Like they've done all that, so I don't know if you do all that.
Do we
again.
do it without?
I feel
Steve
like
Trevor?
James Gunn.
Does Steve Trevor exist? Is he,
Oh,
when does this take place?
Well, we wouldn't. I don't know. We'll find.
That's
out.
what I'm saying.
I
Like,
think
what
it'll
would
be
the
a
pitch
modern
be?
day thing. I don't think it'll be like Wonder Woman where it's period piece and she's been around for 80 years, like actively fighting crime.
Well, because we know
a lot of the
metahumans have been active for 300 years. in
they've
this
been
universe.
around, but and I'm like she'll have been alive on Themyscira, in terms of like active in the world as Wonder Woman. I think it'll be like she's emerged fairly recently.
Yeah.
I feel like unless it's a character we just straight up have like never seen before, I doubt we're gonna get really any origin stories for a lot of these guys.
Yeah, and there are other
Or like in a traditional sense.
there are other Themysciran characters that you could do. I wouldn't necessarily
Like-
start off with them though.
No.
Yeah.
They're just gonna do Wonder Woman, and that's fine. Like Wonder Woman is popular,
Is-
and that franchise. I mean, Wonder Woman 1984 was so bad.
Is Titans the only on-screen Wonder Girl we are ever going to see?
Well, they're doing a Teen Titans movie. I think it would be
She's
really.
not going to be on it though.
I would think not, because it would just be so early to do Wonder Girl.
No,
after
like she's in
Wonder
Young
Woman.
Justice and Titans and nothing else, and like a couple comics.
Everything is possible for this new universe. I think anything could happen somewhere
I
down
think
the
the
line.
Teen Titans they would stick to the OG squad.
Yeah, I think so.
'Cause-
And also, none of those characters outside of Robin,
And I say
none
that-
of those characters have ties to
Yeah.
characters that would need to exist otherwise,
I
except for
say
maybe
that
unless we do
because
Kid
James
Flash.
Gunn likes weirdo characters, and all the Titans are like kind of weirdo characters.
Yeah, I don't know how
Like
they
Starfire is just Mantis.
Starfire is going to be
Like
in it. We already know that.
personality-wise, they're the same exact character. Raven is like emo goth girl. James Gunn probably has a thing for goth girls, just based on looking at him. I would assume he does. Robin is like, you got to have one normal guy, so like Robin will be the normal guy.
I think it'll be Damian Wayne, unless they want to
Yeah.
do older and it's Nightwing.
Damian Wayne is the.
I
coolest
want
one.
Nightwing. Honestly,
Do we?
I don't
we do-
care.
do we
Listen,
do Nightwing?
I like the Titans. I like a Beast Boy. I'll watch Raven on a big screen all day. I like Starfire. I like that whole gang. I want Nightwing, bro. I just want Nightwing.
I feel like Nightwing has to be his own thing, though.
I
like he
feel
shouldn't
it
be
does,
Teen Titans.
but it depends. It just depends on how old they want.
And
the Titans
Nightwing
to
is a
be.
much more popular character now than he.
Oh, for
like,
sure.
Like he's kind of in his.
And he's not a guy we've seen before.
Yeah.
Like other than on Titans, but that show's awful, and no one watched it, rightfully so.
Apparently, it got better.
According
allegedly.
to the people who made it, I'm pretty sure the
No.
only ones who
Like
watched
people
it.
watched it and were like, "Oh, the last two seasons were like way better."
I
than
saw the first
two."
season and I was like, "This is abysmal."
I saw the
can't
first
watch the
and
rest.
second season, and my favorite thing about the second season is they retroactively decide to pretend that they all used to be on a team together, including Starfire, who canonically only arrived on Earth in the first season.
That's ridiculously stupid. Anyway, Wonder Woman being fast track makes sense. I think that's like they got to get that one going. They got to get the Trinity up and running like as fast as possible. Like probably just incorporate the Batman that you already have instead of doing this whole charade.
Okay,
Just have those movies take place
here's
5
my-
years before the rest of them.
Here's my one argument why that might not work. Robin, I don't know if Robin can exist in that version of Batman.
What I'm saying, like in that world.
Yeah, like Robin, he wears no pants. That's way too.
You don't have to not give him pants just
Okay.
to do him in live action.
I'm talking about like what the character like he is a happy-go-lucky kind of like.
I mean, yeah,
He doesn't fit that.
Dick
world.
Grayson is a jovial guy, but his origin's still depressing.
Yes.
His parents both died in front of him by falling off a trapeze.
Okay, but even that, dude, your parents died in a freaking circus accident, bro. What do you mean your parents died in a trapeze accident? Where do you even find a trapeze anymore?
The circus does still exist.
Does it? When's the last time you or anyone you know went to the circus?
That's a good point, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
I think it kind of
You could retool it. They could be like Olympic gymnasts or something.
They died at the Olympics. That's a cooler origin.
Well, they
I
have to
think.
die in Gotham because Batman's got to fight.
The
That's
Olympics
not.
can be in
We
Gotham.
could. This is a different conversation. The point is, you could make it work. You
I
could
think
have.
it would be easier to make it
You
work.
could
if just
have
had
the
a
Matt
different
Reeves
Batman.
Batman movies because they're already set earlier in his career. You could have those basically be prequels to the rest of the DCU, where in the Justice League stuff, it's 10 years on, and you can redesign his suit so it's not so like early days practical stuff. You can have him had Robin somewhere in the middle, and then if you want, you can put like Robin's origin and Batman 2 or 3. The only reason that you wouldn't want to do that is if Matt Reeves has some really weird directions he wants to take it,
Yeah.
and he wouldn't be able to have it fit
Like
with the
Batman
rest.
dies. Or
Like if
something.
he wants to kill Batman
Yeah.
in the third movie or whatever, then
Yeah.
you couldn't make it work. But I just think like asking the general public to be invested in two concurrent live action Batman continuities is a lot.
You know what would be really cool and is completely impossible?
What's that?
If Matt Reeves did an absolute Batman movie. That would go insanely hard.
That would probably go insanely hard, but they can't do that.
It's impossible.
It's too weird.
But it
just
would be
to do.
so cool though.
That you could do those animated. That would be a good animated show.
I don't know. I think it would be
R-rated,
I
Adult
think it would
Swim.
be too hard to capture the detail of those those designs in animation.
No, you have to
consistently.
simplify the design.
Yeah, and I think you lose some of the
But you could
the
do
cool factor.
You could do absolute Batman who's 7'6" and's got a big hammer and he's. Did you see he's gonna fight the Ku Klux Klan in like the next issue or
Did
something?
you see him and Killer Croc?
Killer Croc's
team
like
up,
entire body's
and
a
his
mouth.
his like whole neck and. Dude,
There's some really cool,
some metal
absolutely
designs in
insane
that,
stuff
yeah.
going on. In
Did
this
you see
comic book.
Clayface?
No, I didn't see Clayface. I saw Bane.
He's like horrific.
I saw Bane, who is like the size of a building.
He's
with
like
the
a
venom.
puddle of person
Ooh.
with like arms coming out.
The Authority movie is on hold. I don't think that's going to happen, even though part of Superman
Yeah, it's not happening.
exists to set up that movie.
It's not happening. We're not doing it. That's stupid.
James Gunn is already writing his next DCU movie, which he will also direct. He's saying it's sort of a Superman sequel, and he will be a primary focus, but it'll not be exactly a Superman sequel. When pressed, he said it isn't Batman versus Superman, and then said nothing when asked if it was World's Finest, which means it's World's Finest.
I mean, okay, World's Finest is just Batman and Superman.
Batman and Superman team up.
which is, yeah. I mean,
That's what I
that could be
want.
Anything, yeah.
I want
fine.
that more than Justice League.
I feel like they do gotta fight a little bit before they team up, though.
They can have a little disagreement.
No, they gotta fight a little bit. A little bit of a fight.
They are not going to.
Yeah, they gotta fight a little bit.
They can't.
Because Batman's like, you can't save everyone, and then Superman's like, actually, I can. And
Okay,
they have to fight.
but that's the thing, though. Because Batman versus Superman is like the first Batman-Superman movie. But anytime they're on screen in that, they're fighting each other, or then they're fighting Doomsday, and Superman immediately dies. In the DCEU, we never really got to see that actual dynamic between those characters. Like, we never got...
Yeah.
Because Superman was dead at the end of BVS, and then he comes back at the end of Justice League. And then after that, they're never seen together.
Yeah.
So, the fun of those characters is watching them tackle problems together with their completely diegetically opposed like worldviews.
Yeah, that's why I think...
So watching them team up, to me, is more interesting than they have to punch.
Well, I think they have to fight at the beginning. They have to have a little fight.
They can have a
and
scuffle.
And then they figure it out. And then
but
they
like
figure out
Superman,
their
but Batman shows up in an armor and he's
Yeah.
got kryptonite. We're not. I don't
think-
want to see that again.
I don't think that them fighting should be the premise of the movie.
I think
that's silly.
based on what
at this point.
they've been kind of saying in interviews, I think they all have already met each other.
Well, okay, that's
At the
dumb.
start.
That's lame. No.
Maybe not. I'm not saying that
Wrong.
for sure, but that
Also, in Superman, it says that Gotham was destroyed by some floods.
could be in the Batman.
No, in the Superman.
That
movie
never
we
says
just
that.
watched. Yes.
What are you talking about?
In the background on the TV, it says Gotham ravaged by floods.
I didn't see that, and I've seen it 3 times.
Okay, well, yeah, you probably weren't looking in the background.
Which part?
When the dude is eating the ice cream.
Okay, I'll fact check that. I don't think that's true.
You can look it up right now if you want
I
to.
feel like I would have seen people on Twitter being like, "This is definitely in the
I
Batman
have
universe."
seen people do
I've
that.
seen none of that.
That's a you
I
thing,
think he
man.
might have fallen for a fake tweet.
That's just a thing I've seen.
Okay, it's not true. Other than that, he also said he's not going to write Creature Commando season 2.
I don't care.
Makes sense.
I don't care about that.
They
at all.
probably shouldn't be making that. To
They
begin with.
need to. I don't know why they even bothered.
Season 1 is fine, but like, who cares?
It takes place after Superman, right?
No, it's before.
Then why is Rick Flag like surprised at all by anything that happens in that movie?
In Superman?
Yeah,
He's not really.
he's like, oh, they're messing up global affairs, and except for don't ignore my metahuman.
Well,
hit
that was
squad
special ops
that
stuff.
I also created to.
And they were
intervene in international affairs.
technically monsters and not metahumans.
Also, he banged like a 20-year-old. That's weird.
Weirder things happen every day.
Not in DC movies. That's weird.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
yes, technically, but like, you know what I'm talking. Anyway,
Yeah,
continue.
it's weird. But she was a lunatic or whatever. Sergeant Rock is still going to happen. They still want it to happen.
Stop.
Luca Guadagnino is not going to direct it, though.
Okay, I'm back on board.
You're on board now with the Sergeant Rock film.
I mean, I don't care at all about Sergeant
This
Rock.
isn't going to get made, by the way.
Yeah, no,
This is
like
never
I don't
happening.
care, but like I'll be more interested if he's not.
I know
making it.
James Gunn like approves all the projects, though, but like if I'm David Zaslav and James Gunn is like, I want to make a Sergeant Rock movie, I go,
I think honestly,
No.
I think that will depend entirely on how well Clayface does.
if they can do weird one-off stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, he said he wants Matt Reeves to direct a DCU movie.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I want him to direct
If
the
only
one
he is-
that Batman's in.
Yeah, if only there was a very easy solution to this. Okay, there's an issue
He
on the
also
docket.
said he wanted Henry Cavill to be in the DCU.
He said he was open to it. He's not going to be in it.
I don't know why not.
He could do a voice.
He could be somebody.
I think if he played a guy...
He can play a guy.
Okay, here's the thing. Jason Momoa is going to be Lobo.
right.
But Lobo is going to be a alien man with like a bunch of makeup.
Yeah, he looks different.
He's so different from Aquaman. I think you can make that work.
Dr. Fate. He's British. He's got a mustache. He's getting old.
Well, okay.
His
Henry
face,
Cavill?
you could age him up.
Henry Cavill's like 42.
You put him in a helmet.
Dr. Fate was old in the
Put him in a
1950s.
helmet.
Okay,
You don't
hold
see
on.
His face. He's in a
Yeah.
helmet the
Okay,
whole time.
maybe. I think it's more if he shows up. I think the most likely thing is he does a voice. I do.
If he was Dr. Fate.
If he shows up and he looks like Henry Cavill and he's playing a different character than Superman, I think a lot of people are just gonna be like, "What?" It would be like if they put Gal Gadot in this as a character, not Wonder Woman.
Well, she can't be.
It'd
in
be
it
like,
'cause
what
she's
is
bad at
going
acting,
on?
But like Henry Cavill can act like
Henry
a different
Cavill's
character.
also not a good actor. He's not as bad as Gal Gadot.
He can emote.
He's the best thing he was ever in was Mission Impossible 7 or 6, whatever one he was in. Okay, Sam, movies that won't exist. The Comic-Con stuff and the Emmy stuff is in the wrong place. I just forgot to delete it, but it's at the end on the docket. Movies that won't exist. Warner Brothers has halted development on a Doug Liman directed, Tom Cruise starring film called Deeper, which was supposed to be shot underwater. It's going to be a thriller. Ana de Armas was supposed to co-star.
Oh.
Apparently, this is where they were apparently having a fling, according to the gossip magazines.
Okay.
This is where they met. The filmmakers requested a budget of $275 million, which was turned down. They said it was too high. It's now being shopped to other studios. No one's going to make this. Tom Cruise, I know your ego's never been bigger. The fact that you're requesting $300 million for every movie you make now is absurd. Get a grip. It's not happening. Mission Impossible costs $400 million. Ridiculous. Gonna lose so much money. What's wrong with you? Sam, any opinions at all?
About that?
Yep.
I mean, it's a shame that we won't get a movie where Ana de Armas is underwater the whole time. That sucks.
Agreed. John M. Chu is going to direct the live-action Hot Wheels movie from Warner Brothers and producer J.J. Abrams. Screenwriters Jewel Taylor and Tony Rettenmeyer doing the script.
No, I think this one will happen.
This is different from the Matchbox movie, which has already been filmed and is coming out next year.
Well, I would have said that one's less likely. But I think this will happen because F1 and Gran Turismo both exist and did like pretty good.
Yeah. What if racing movie, but with brand?
Yeah. Like that is becoming its own micro genre.
But who cares about Hot Wheels?
Well, who cares about Gran Turismo?
That movie didn't do that well.
Yeah, this one probably won't either, but it'll do well enough.
But they'll spend $250 million on this, guaranteed.
Okay, do we...
Because they're idiots.
Okay, how do we do this? Do we do Gran Turismo, but it's Hot Wheels themed? Or do we do Speed Racer, but it's Hot Wheels themed? Because you could go either direction with this.
Okay, if you came to me and you were like, Tucker, our two genius film ideas are we do Speed Racer or Gran Turismo, I'm going to be like, you're fired. Like, don't do either of these. These are not very good.
Yes, but we have to do one of them. So which one do
I would
we
pick
do?
Speed Racer. At least
I
that
think
one's
that would be
interesting.
the more interesting movie.
Yeah, okay. Disney is producing a reboot of the Night at the Museum franchise.
This will also exist. This will get made.
New cast of characters, new location, no connection to the
different
original
museum.
films. Tripper Clancy, who's the screenwriter of Stuber, is penning the script. Do you want more Night at the Museum? They did 3 with Ben Stiller and Sean Levy. Diminishing Returns. They did an animated straight-to-Disney Plus movie that no one remembers. And now they're doing another, presumably live-action theatrical Night at the Museum. My opinion?
I want more?
No.
No.
I didn't want the second or third one.
Could you make an interesting version of this? Maybe.
No.
What if it's like a British museum? Like a different
that was
museum?
the second one.
Okay, what if it's a different museum?
I think that was also the third one.
What if it's the Russian museum?
Because wasn't it... The first one was the New York Museum
the
of
Met.
Natural History. Yeah. No.
No, it wasn't the Met.
It was the
other one.
Museum of Natural History.
Yeah,
The second one was the Smithsonian,
which is basically the same.
which is in the UK. It's in London, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
but it's the same thing.
But that's your other museum. And then I don't remember where the third one is. I think it is the other. I think it's the Museum of Natural History again. But
What's the big Russian museum?
you want to do Russian museum?
We're running out of museums, dog.
What do you do with that? Also, the whole appeal of Night at the Museum was that it was Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson and Robin Williams and all them. You're not getting any. If you're not bringing any of them back,
Well-
Robin Williams is dead.
Well, you can only be so dead in Hollywood.
No, but they said they're doing whole new characters and
Except for Robin.
no, we don't bring back any of the living people. We only bring back the guy who
Russian
died
State
in real
Museum.
life.
We can do the Russian
What's
State
in that
Museum.
other than like
No,
Stalin?
literally so much stuff.
Like
they don't
what?
let anyone else in the whole world like have any of their stuff ever.
Okay.
So like basically the
Hold
entire.
on. You want the fourth Night of the Museum movie to just be like Russian state propaganda?
No. Basically, like that entire section of the globe, all of its artifacts are concentrated into that one museum. And they don't lend it to any, like no one else is allowed to have any of that. Ever.
Okay, but you also...
It is a cool museum.
You cannot set any movie in Russia in the year 2025.
No,
so that's off the table.
But I'm saying, like, as far as cool museums, like, that's probably the next
There's only
one.
so many, like, big famous museums.
The Vatican Archives.
Again.
The apocalypse happens.
Not gonna happen. The Vatican?
I'm just, we're trying things out here.
I feel like what they're gonna
end
end
up...
up...
Thomas Aquinas' toenail comes to life.
Oh, St. Francis of Assisi is back.
He's alive.
He's talking to deer.
Although I don't know that Okay, is it the same Egyptian tablet thing that brings
I
him
would
back
think
to
it
life?
would have to be a new magic artifact.
Is it Egyptian
Or, you know what?
again?
That would probably be the only thing they retain.
Yeah.
I
could see them doing like that thing goes to a new museum.
A museum and that
we never bring up any of the old guys.
No.
That thing's in this new
Well,
museum now.
Ben Stiller can have a cameo at the end.
No, the Pharaoh guy will be there. He'll be the only character that is in the new one.
He was Rami Malek.
Yeah, Rami Malek Pharaoh will be there. That's it.
Everyone else is new.
Yeah, because he's part of the exhibit that travels with that thing.
Sure.
So he'll be there.
This is a stupid franchise.
It is stupid. This is a bad idea.
You know what my favorite part about Hollywood is? There are people whose job is genuinely just to dig through like archives of old stuff.
That's the
Studio
reason
Zone.
I think this one will get made.
And are just like, what is IP that we can do something with?
That's a name people still like vaguely remember.
Night at the Museum?
Yeah. Okay, you know what? I would compare this to the original Jurassic Park. Not in terms of quality at all, but like in terms of like it's a thing from a long time ago that people remember that like is a vaguely historical thing.
Bro.
That you can reboot with a completely unrelated cast.
Jurassic Park was the highest grossing movie ever when it came out.
Right. But Jurassic World
This
was
is
not.
Night at the Museum.
Right. Yes, we're several rungs down the ladder.
That's not several rungs. That's a different ladder. Like in the basement. Covered in like rat crap.
Like it's not an innovative movie at all. Like it did not do anything Jurassic Park did. But I'm saying in terms of like it's a name that people like kind of know and that we can just keep saying. Like obviously the ceiling is not as high.
You really do have studio executive brain.
No, like the ceiling is not as high.
You know how every movie pitch now is just like this could be Barbie?
Right.
You're the guy who's like, Night at the Museum could be Jurassic World.
No. I'm not saying it can be.
There's a dinosaur in both.
In the sense that they both have like a name that can be vaguely applied to like any premise that generally recycles
stupid
that
franchise. There's nothing here.
Okay, Jurassic Park is also a stupid franchise.
Okay, but Jurassic Park is like there are dinosaurs in the world.
Dinosaurs.
Right, but
what if random historical
But
artifacts?
this takes place in one location. The entire premise of this franchise is just like, what if a dinosaur skeleton was alive in one building at night?
The original Jurassic Park was just in Jurassic Park.
Right.
Now I'm saying
we leave the museum.
Yeah, we go.
What if
all the artifacts?
Wait, hold on. That's just Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure at that point.
No, because they're going to the history.
But then they bring them all to modern times,
but
or
that's
modern 1984.
That doesn't count.
Okay.
That's not big enough.
That's
like one classroom.
Did you see Zelda cast its leads?
I did see that. I don't know.
This is the little news nuggets section.
I don't know those
both
guys.
Unknowns.
But based on their
both very young, both like
based on their ages, it's Ocarina of Time,
or some version of that.
Yeah.
Which I don't think it'll be Ocarina of Time because you need two links.
I could see them casting another.
I think it'll be
Zelda.
Like Mario. It'll be kind of an amalgamation of a lot of games, not a straightforward adaptation of really any of them.
So,
I think it'll be a very basic version of like
the original.
Because you gotta have somewhere to go too.
Yeah.
And Link is supposed to be fairly young in the first game.
He is vaguely supposed to be like 10 to 11.
Yeah, and he'll be an older teenager.
And he's
in this.
canonically Christian in the first one.
That's great. What?
Not a lot of people know that.
How?
So in like
He goes to church?
So, well, for one, his shield has like a big cross on it. And then secondly, in the like little like information packet, he's like praying in a church to like a crucifix.
Well, isn't he? But there's like the god. There's like Hyrule has gods.
Not in the first game.
Okay.
In the first game, the only information we have about the world
I don't
of
think
Hyrule-
they'll adapt that
No,
part.
okay, obviously, because the lore has changed since then.
That would be hilarious if an hour and 20 minutes in, he just goes to regular church.
No, but in the first game, canonically, he is Christian. It doesn't affect the story at
Like,
all. but
an
that
hour
is
in,
technically part
like
of
an
the
hour
lore.
and it becomes like a pure flicks film. It's God's Not Dead 8.
Because obviously we learned later that the Triforce was created by the three goddesses who like left. And
Yeah, but I think it'll be kind of a mix of the first game and
the second game.
and then like some Breath of the Wild stuff in it because that's the big one that everyone knows.
I think the visual language of the movie will be most heavily informed by Breath of the Wild.
Aesthetically, yeah.
Yeah, I think story-wise,
And story, it'll be from those first.
It will
Because
probably
you
be
also
the
got to.
first-
It's the
yeah.
first thing. A lot of people who have never played the game or know anything about them will be seeing this movie, so you got to keep it pretty simple.
You know, I think that if they do their cards right, like this could be like huge beyond like what Zelda is currently.
Yeah, for sure.
And here, because when was the last time we got like a straightforward, family-friendly fantasy adventure movie? Like
well, they don't
live
make them
action?
very often because they don't often work.
Yeah. Like
There was a big push for him after Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Lord of the Rings, probably the last.
I mean, there were
big
the Hobbit
fantasy adventure
movies.
movie.
There were the Hobbit movies in the mid
Dungeons and Dragons. That's the last one.
There was D&D and that bombed.
That bombed. But also,
then you
D&D
got-
is like a way.
Like they did a couple of Narnias, and Greta Gerwig's trying that again, and that's a family.
Narnia's did okay.
Yeah, but no, I mean this is Zelda. This is
Yeah.
presumably the second biggest video game IP.
Yeah.
Well,
and
maybe-
I don't know
Maybe
about that,
third
but
or fourth. Minecraft is one. Mario
like GTA is like definitely.
Yeah.
better than Zelda, but-
It's one. It's up
Yeah.
there. It's one of the big ones. So you're thinking they have to be thinking
I'm
like the
thinking
$700-800 million.
kind of like that retro 80s dark fantasy kind of aesthetic, but like with a family friendly tone.
Yeah, it's the Maze Runner and Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes director.
I could see them kind of going in that direction.
A little bit in that direction.
Kind of like everything.
But it's
everything's
also
a little bit too shiny for some reason.
But it's also Nintendo heavily involved, so it'll be family.
It can't stray
friendly.
too far from the
Yeah.
from the line.
Think like slightly more mature Mario movie. Like that movie's probably for
I don't expect it to be like
that
dark
movie's
and
probably
gritty.
for like 7 to 12-year-olds. This will probably be like 12 to 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Yep. Anyway, who did they cast? I don't think we said their names.
Evan Ainsworth and Bo Braxton.
Yeah, I don't know those.
I
Guys.
don't think I've seen either of them in anything. Good for Sony that they snatched this up though, because their
They
theatrical
need they need
slate
something.
is
They're
abysmal.
cooked.
Dear God, it's bad.
They're so cooked.
Netflix has greenlit a live-action Assassin's Creed show from showrunners Roberto Patino of Westworld and David Weiner of Halo. Assassin's Creed TV show.
I see.
Not
the
a
vision,
terrible idea.
And those are the right guys.
You
Sort of.
well, Halo showrunner.
Apparently, the second season was better. I didn't see it
I mean, multiplying by
because
zero.
they did the flood and they apparently they did like an okay job at that.
Wild that but like also, they like they messed it up.
Yeah.
How
it's-
did they mess that
it's
up?
Super cooked.
And they
I
did.
don't know why. But like the Westworld guy
Sure.
for Assassin's Creed, I could see that. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. I would assume like every season's like a different time period or
Sure.
something. Netflix has also greenlit a live-action Captain Planet series from Greg Berlanti and executive producer Leonardo DiCaprio.
What?
His name is like attached, but he's not involved like really
Why is his name attached?
because it's through his production company. So someone was like, hey, "You guys want to get involved in Captain Planet?" And he went like, What? Sure.
What? He knows what Captain Planet is?
I mean, he probably watched it when he was little. He's around that age, I think. He's like 50 something.
How old is Captain Planet? When did Captain Planet?
It was in the 80s.
And it was before that.
He would have been a kid around then.
Was Captain Planet?
It was in like the mid to late 80s.
He was also in OKKO.
That's true. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
He was like a prominent character.
How do you do Captain Planet in modern times?
Dude, would he just be like insanely depressed?
He would have to be.
Like he's probably
he
like
lost.
Dead.
He failed.
He lost real bad.
Real, but like so bad.
Like he made no difference at all.
Yeah.
He's ineffective.
Yeah.
Like I think the Rick and Morty take is like basically the only direction to go with that character.
Yeah. No. Also, as soon as I see Greg Berlanti's name on anything, I'm just like, nope.
Yeah,
nope.
That's not a good sign.
Don't care. Not even pretending. Taika Waititi is going to direct a new Dredd film, Judge Dredd movie. For Drew Pearce is going to write the script. Who wrote
this
The Fall
should
Guy.
be in the things that will never happen.
It's up to auction from multiple studios and streamers. They're bidding on it.
Doesn't matter.
Someone's going to make it.
Yeah, but not Taika Waititi.
Oh, 100% he will.
No,
it's got nothing going on.
No, well, that's the thing is he
other than his Star Wars movie that's going to happen at some point.
Yeah, but like all his movies are like they're always like I'm going to do it one day. Like his Akira movie that also is never happening.
But also like he has a movie coming out this year that's supposed to be like a small little drama. And if that gets good reviews, I think that'll really boost him.
It'll get good reviews, but it won't do any numbers. It's not going to do
It's not going to do numbers, but what people are worried about with him is quality.
Yeah.
Because Thor Love and Thunder and Next Goal Wins were both real bad.
Good.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. But that will get made because that's a brand, and he's a big enough name where he can trick Amazon into giving him $150 million.
Yeah.
Toho is planning to produce sequels to both Shin Godzilla and Godzilla -1.
Okay, that's stupid. Pick one.
Well, they don't do anything else.
Also, you can't really do a sequel to Shin Godzilla.
Why not?
Because, like, in universe, if he had evolved again, like, the world would have ended. So, like,
well, maybe
does
the world will
end, I guess? That's
maybe
the
it
next one.
does.
Do we do Avengers?
Sure.
Remember when they did the What If Avengers Fought Godzilla episode of What If?
I try to block that show out from my memory.
That was an episode.
No, they were like a Gundams or something.
Well, they built a Gundam to fight the Gamma Godzilla. And Hulk turned into a different Gamma Godzilla.
The dumbest show.
Yeah,
Who the
it was
heck
bad.
was coming up with those ideas? Okay. Comic-Con preview. Comic-Con is this next week, around the same time as Fantastic Four First Steps coming out. Marvel, DC, Star Wars, any of the big brands are
None of them
not
there.
going to be there. Marvel's taking this year off because they got nothing until Doomsday
And
in
they do
December.
their own events. They don't really need...
They did Comic-Con last year, but even that was a little bit more... And they did Doomsday and Secret Wars.
Yeah.
So that was big. But DC hasn't been there, like...
I don't think
For-
Marvel's going to announce anything new until after Secret Wars.
Or until after Doomsday.
Secret Wars. They'll announce one movie because they got to do Spider-Man, obviously.
Yeah.
But I don't think they will announce.
No,
any
I don't
slate
think
until
it'll... Yeah,
after Secret
I
Wars.
agree with you that I don't think they're going to come out with another PowerPoint slide with the timeline and the
Yeah.
dates until after
Dude,
they get their
I
way
love
through
when
the
they
Avengers
have the
movies.
timeline and dates, and none of them are ever corrected, even remotely.
DC hasn't done anything like that
Wait.
since, I think, before Justice League,
What
like a
about
decade
Blade?
ago.
What about Blade?
What is that?
Blade.
I've never heard of it.
We gotta finish Blade.
Who's Blade? Who is Blade? I can't crack the story on that.
He's coming. When is he coming? Is he gonna be in the fight pile?
No, he won't be in the
He'll
fight.
be the only character.
Do you
not
think
in the
they
fight
could
pile.
put him in the fight pile?
Well, it would be the one from Deadpool.
Yeah, it would be Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, which I'm fine with.
Although, I mean, he is in the universe because he's in Eternals.
He's canon.
Yeah.
Wait, he's in Eternals?
His voice is in Eternals.
Who does he play, like Arishem?
Remember the post-credit scene of Eternals?
Oh, yeah.
Where he opens the box
Wait,
with
that
the
was
sword in
Wesley
it?
Snipes?
That was Mahershala Ali.
Right, but we can just say that
that was
wasn't-
MCU Blade.
No, that was some other guy. That's just some other guy.
That's some other guy.
Because they also decided the Necro Sword was in space in the movie, like, right after that.
Did they?
Yeah, that's
No, it's because they're different swords.
right. They made them different. Even
Yeah.
though they're not supposed to be different.
Anyway, so this is the preview. Smaller scale Comic-Con. Couple of small little panels. One kind of big one at the end. Mostly television stuff. Pretty much all television stuff. On Thursday, Avatar: The Last Airbender is going to have a panel celebrating their 20th anniversary. I would expect some teasers for the theatrical animated movie they have coming out next year, and then also they're doing that new sequel series, The Seven Havens. So potentially some sort of look at both of those.
Cool.
Also on Thursday, Percy Jackson and the Olympians season 2 will have a panel. That's of course supposed to come out in December, and they're shooting season 3 right now, I believe. So maybe some more information on that, maybe some more casting stuff.
Are we covering
Probably a
the
trailer.
whole series in those 3 seasons? Or just the first 3 books?
No, I believe that they're doing a book per year still.
That's not good.
The idea was they would do 5 seasons.
Because he does not age that much.
No, he ages a year every book,
Yeah.
pretty much.
So they need to
hurry
cracking
up.
on that.
Yeah.
Like you could pause a bit.
It's the same,
for like Heroes of Olympus. You could pause a bit.
but they're not going to do that.
Why not?
Because it's too big
Do Game of Thrones
to
for
do
kids.
on TV.
Game of Thrones for kids.
But this is a kids show. You can't spend that much money on it.
Why? You can if it gets. A lot
Also,
of
this
views.
show is stupid expensive for some reason.
It really shouldn't be that.
It really shouldn't. I don't know where the money's going. Like genuinely,
And it doesn't look. It looks like the same.
it looks like it was shot
and
in a cupboard.
sometimes slightly better than the movie did.
And
And only because it's like slightly more true to the books.
yeah, so they like go to locations.
They go to the locations that they're supposed to go to.
Yeah. Like that Harry Potter show started shooting this week, and there's a couple of set photos. We're not talking about it because we don't care about Harry Potter. But like that, they're like, we're gonna do all 7 books in 7 years, and I'm like, no, you're not. You cannot. HBO takes 3 years
Yeah.
to churn out a season
Well,
of every show they make.
What if they just?
They can't.
What if
They're
they just
not
make
gonna make that
nothing
time.
else? They go. We are the.
No.
We are the Harry Potter service. Now.
Okay. They're gonna dump upwards of $250 million into every season of that show.
I think this is $1 billion show.
Oh, 100%. They're gonna, every resource, every possible thing they need on that show, they're going to put into it. That doesn't matter. Because they're already doing that for a bunch of their shows. House of the Dragon gets like all the money they could ever want. The Last of Us gets all the money they could ever want. The Gilded Age, which is a drama about people in dresses talking, still takes them 2 years to churn out a new 8-episode season of.
Yeah.
Do we honestly think they're going to get 7 seasons of Harry Potter in 7 years? No. If that show doesn't get canceled, it's going to take them 14 years, bare minimum, to make. Like, it's absurd. I don't know what they're doing. And same with Percy Jackson. It's just the way TV is now. I don't know why, but everything takes 2 to 3 years. The Last of Us season 3,
Get it.
the other day, they were like, we're hoping to get it out in 27.
How have we had all
I'm
of
like,
these
what?
innovations in like VFX and computing and
Why
everything
is
just takes,
everything
like, a million
taking
times
longer? Like,
And it's not like the unions won like a crazy.
There
like
is
some crazy thing that would,
absolutely-
like, slow it down dramatically or something. I cannot identify. a
there is
reason.
absolutely no excuse for this length of time it takes to make everything now. When Game of Thrones churned out
I'm gonna plug my phone
10
in real quick.
episode seasons for 7 straight years
And like of extremely high quality.
of extremely high quality. Where are you going? Oh, like the fact that they're like, House of the Dragon's just too much. We can't figure out how to do 8 episodes in 3 years. I'm like, yes, you can. Stop. What are you talking about? It's the same scale. Everything is the same. It's even shorter. There's less episodes to do, and it's taking longer. Oh, the phone? Okay.
Yours is 20%.
Okay. It's going to be an audio-only episode.
Well,
probably.
I'm not back yet, but I'll be back soon.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway. Also on Thursday, The Strangers Chapter 2, South Park Season 27, and Five Nights at Freddy's 2 will have panels. See, South Park will be interesting because they're probably about to sue Paramount.
I think Paramount
Matt Stone
is
and
suing
Trey
them.
Parker. No, they're suing them
Why?
because
Why isn't Warner Brothers suing them?
So currently what's going on is Paramount and Skydance are still waiting for that merger to go through.
Right.
And that's holding everything up at Paramount. Like, literally everything going on. They're just, like, paralyzed. At the same time that that's going on, Paramount and Warner Brothers are in negotiations over the streaming rights to this show. And Matt Stone and Trey Parker get like $1 billion for the streaming rights.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a whole giant negotiation. And they just cannot figure their crap out, Warner Brothers and Paramount. And it's the reason that new episodes of South Park keep getting it delayed. And because it's holding up the streaming royalties.
Why don't they just air them on Comedy Central and then like put them on the streaming service later?
They go day and date to Paramount Plus.
Why?
Because that's where all the viewers are. No one's watching it on cable.
Yes, but if you can't get it on streaming and you already have this perpetual infinite cable deal, just put it on cable first, and then later, once they figure their crap out, just upload all the episodes.
It's a whole thing, but it's holding back them making new episodes and getting paid, so they're going to sue Paramount, most likely. Friday, Phineas and Ferb, Rick and Morty, Alien Earth, and The Long Walk will have panels.
Rick and Morty has a panel?
We'll have a panel. Gen V Season 2 is going to have a panel. Season 2 of that comes out in September. I would also expect some little hints towards the final season of The Boys and Vault Rising, which are both
coming
in the
out.
Pipeline.
Yes, and Vault Rising is a prequel.
Yes,
with
that's
Soldier Boy.
supposed to start shooting next month, and then The Boys Season 5 comes out next summer. Neon is going to have a panel where they feature their upcoming horror slate, which includes Osgood Perkins' next film, Keeper, Chris Stuckman's directorial debut, Shelby Oaks, and then Michael Shanks Together. Probably all three of those will get trailers. We'll probably get our first real looks at Keeper and Shelby Oaks.
All right, I'm back now. They can see me again.
Interested in all three of those movies. Osgood Perkins' The Monkey did not work for me, but I liked Longlegs a lot. And Chris Stuckman,
Longlegs was okay.
YouTuber man,
I wasn't a big fan of the reveal. I thought it didn't
making
make
his
a lot
movie.
of sense.
Disney is also going to have panels for Tron Ares and Predator Badlands. So probably a new trailer for Predator.
When is Tron Ares coming out? I thought that was coming out like soon.
Early October.
Okay, I thought that was coming out like August.
Yeah, the marketing's already out there.
They've really ramped that up.
Early. Saturday is, I guess, technically the big day. All of Disney's adult animated series are going to have panels. Bob's Burgers, Simpsons, American Dad, Family Guy, Futurama. Project Hail Mary, the Phil Lord and Chris Miller's movie with Gosling based on the Andy Weir novel, is going to have a panel.
I just don't care about that movie.
Is it because it's not a big IP?
No, I think I just don't like space movies.
This is a really interesting place for you to be
Except
at.
for Star Wars. That one gets a pat.
Just
But
in general?
No, like movies where it's a guy in a space station. I don't think I like any. I've never seen Interstellar. I don't care about space. I've never seen 2001 Space Odyssey because I don't care about space. I've never seen that one where whatever that girl is falls to Earth and she's in the space station.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't remember what that one's called, but I don't care about that one because I don't care about the space movie. I haven't seen that one where the Russians and the Americans are on the space station and they have to fight because World War III happens because I don't care about space movie.
Okay.
I haven't seen,
really weird one to bring up.
I haven't seen that one where there's that little alien in the jar that they get on the space station and then it
Life?
Yeah, I haven't seen that one because I don't care about space movie. Point is, I think when I see a guy in a space station, I just fall asleep. I don't care.
That's
Nothing ever happens in these movies.
I think it looks good.
It's because the same thing happened. It's always, oh no, our oxygen tank broke. We have to fix it. We have to go out of the station. Oh, it's real dangerous. Oh no, I got hit by a rock. One of the guys I care about the least is dead. Oh no, okay. We fixed the gas tank. We're safe now. Like every single one is that.
It's an interesting take that I definitely don't agree with. Star Trek will have a panel for all their crap they're churning out. Do you care about Strange New Worlds or
What is
Starfleet Academy?
Strange New Worlds, the Disney one?
Nope, that's their main one right now. That's the Captain Pike and Spock, and they're basically
You're
just
talking
doing
about Star Trek.
Yeah, I'm talking about Star Trek. What do you think I'm talking about?
I wasn't paying attention to the beginning of that sentence.
I don't know what they're doing. Everyone hates what they're doing.
Is Star
I
Trek
would be
a dead
mildly.
IP?
What?
Are we still doing Star Trek? What is left to do with Star Trek?
They're churning out so many shows on Paramount Plus.
I think they've drowned the baby. Too much.
No,
Too much
they are
content.
doing too much. They want too much out of this franchise that just can't sustain it. It's too niche.
It's not even that. They just okay. If Star Trek had one really solid show that was like their main show, and I knew that they would like expand on that, I would watch it.
I think that's kind of what they're doing right
But
now.
right now, there's like the Lower Decks, there's Picard, there's
Yeah.
New Space Legacy, whatever. There's like 3 different New Space Legacy
All
shows.
of them have ended except for Strange New Worlds.
Strange New Worlds, sure. Like too many. Just give me one show. Call it Star Trek.
Well, they did that in 1966.
Yes, I'm saying we do the classic reboot it, but give it the same name.
That is exactly what Strange New Worlds is.
But it's called Strange
but
New
it's
Worlds.
just called Strange New Worlds.
I know, so that makes me not care about it.
Okay, so no subtitles for you.
Not for because I want to know where to start.
Well, you can.
I want them to reboot it, and I want them to pick up a starting point.
I have tried many times to like get into Star Trek, but genuinely, it's just way too much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's like 12 shows. It's like 12 movies. It's like I don't have the time.
And I have a feeling.
I'm sorry.
Some of the 4 of you listening are probably huge Star Trek fans because that just makes sense that they would be listening to this. But they need to reboot the whole thing.
That's what the movies were.
Yes, but then they didn't.
That's what the Chris Pine ones were.
Yeah, but then they were like, actually, there's another universe, and we can talk to them sometimes. And we have pictures or something. I don't care about that. Now you've made it too confusing. And I don't want to watch 9 movies. The movies are not as good. I want one show. I want them to restart from the beginning so that I know who these people are.
You could probably watch Strange New Worlds and not be confused. Because it's a prequel to most of
I'm
the
familiar enough with the world that, like, because just from being in, like, pop culture knowledge zone that, like, I know what generally their deal is. But I want to be at the ground floor of the new one. I don't want to grab onto the last train of this dying franchise.
They're not allowed to reboot it.
Why?
Because the fans are too set with everything.
If Doctor Who can make it work, they can.
But Doctor Who doesn't reboot.
They did reboot it.
Doctor Who, he regenerates, but the continuity
stays. The continuity completely reset twice.
When?
First during the Time War, which was the movie, sort of, sometimes.
There was never a movie.
There is a movie. Yes, there is. It was a TV movie, but there was a movie.
Okay, that's a TV special. But yeah, that was in like 87.
And then they did like a soft reboot when they switched over to Disney.
They soft rebooted. Every time he regenerates, it's basically a soft reboot.
But the main reboot where they grievously changed the continuity to completely alter both the origins of the Doctor and the entire origin of like their whole show was after like the Time War stuff.
But there's like an amalgus like lore wise for that show. Like everything that has happened on it has happened.
Sure.
And Star Trek isn't like that. Star Trek, everything fits into like a very rigid timeline.
Yeah.
Like, and the fans know it all. Like it's an encyclopedia. Like it's all
okay.
Like if you mess with it, that's the reason they rebooted it with the Kelvin stuff, where it's a different whole timeline.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Because like they freak out if it messes with anything.
I don't care if you can give me a new timeline. I just want that to be the only timeline that is getting new content.
But they
because I don't want to learn the rest of the stuff.
My thing with Star Trek is like if they do a 4th Kelvin movie, that's what I would be interested in.
I've only seen Star Trek Beyond.
I think it would be fun to bring back that cast because I think they're good.
The USS Enterprise looks cool.
Yeah, and to send them on one last adventure. That's all I want out of Star Trek. They can stop with everything else. Because this is one of those franchises that's been going for like upwards of 50 years. Just eventually you just stop.
I don't even think it's an issue of like, oh, it's creatively exhausted. Like
it probably is, though.
It might be. I have no idea. I have not engaged with it enough. But like, it seems like one of those franchises where you could just keep doing stuff. But I want them to just full reset, and then because I would probably like it, but I want you to full reset so that I don't have to learn the other stuff.
DC Studios is gonna end the main Comic-Con festivities. They're going to have a panel for Peacemaker Season 2. And it's going to have our boy James Gunn there.
Well, he's got to be there.
Talking over everyone.
He can't help himself.
Answering the questions for everyone else and being generally obnoxious.
Do I care about Peacemaker season?
You have to watch it.
I will probably watch it because Superman was really good.
You have to watch it because we have to be on top of this stuff.
But I would not have watched it if I was not.
You do this whole charade, all of them, but you watched Ironheart. You're in, buddy.
Yes,
this is our thing.
But like, there are other things from them that I have not seen. Like, I never finished Creature Commandos. Like, there's stuff that I just don't watch if I don't care.
Okay, well, you're supposed to.
Okay, but I haven't because I don't care.
This is supposed to be our fake
We've
job.
never even reviewed Creature Commandos because we don't care.
Well, because you didn't watch it.
Yes, because I don't care. And nobody does.
But like, this season is going to explain the whole soft reboot.
Yeah.
He said that's like the whole focus of the season. So just in terms of like being able to explain to our friends later on why everything is different, but also not different.
Well, so if you watch Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 3...
It's not that. It's so they can be like...
But it will be that.
Yeah, but that'll...
Why didn't they explain this in the movie? Well, did you watch Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 3?
That's not why. It's so that when
I bet you Episode 3 is going to be the episode.
I'm sure there will be things explained in Episode 3. My point is that when Amanda Waller looks the same, and they're like, I thought this was a different thing, you'll be like... Well, it's a parallel universe that's different in a lot of ways, but some of it's the same, and it's
that also bugs me. Why wasn't Amanda Waller in the council in Superman, the government council? Well, she should have been there.
What is her job now?
She's Nick Fury, but for DC.
Because she was the head of Argus, but
she's Nick Fury.
I think she's fired at the end of Peacemaker.
But that's not canon, so she should be there.
No, because Creature Commandos takes place over that. Viola Davis probably just wasn't available.
Not canon, so like I want her to. She needs to be in the government room. She's the government person.
Yeah, but the Viola Davis was probably busy.
She should still be there.
And I mean, Rick Flag was this is the guy from the Stuff You Know guy.
Yeah, they had him there, but he should have not been.
And he's supposed to be the head of Argus in this, so she's somewhere else.
She's like Secretary of Defense.
That's another thing because
she'll be the Secretary of Defense.
No, because they're supposed to be doing that Waller show, and who knows what's going on with that.
I don't want to watch a Waller show. She's only good when she's.
It's fine. It's never gonna get made. It's fine.
All right. Anyway, what's next?
And George Lucas is going to have a panel on Sunday. He's got a museum coming. He's got a museum opening.
Wow. What is he? Is he just announcing that there's
He's just He's promoting his museum. And I'm sure people will be like, what do you think of The Rise of Skywalker? And he'll be like, I don't care
about Star Wars, actually. I don't really like it.
Do you think he's seen those movies? I don't think he has.
Yes, he has. Of course he has.
Really?
Yes.
You think he watched like Solo?
I think he doesn't want to watch them, but I think his ego won't let him not watch them.
I don't know.
Like, you can't dedicate that much of your life to something.
He didn't have any input in those. Like,
it doesn't matter. You don't dedicate that much of your life to something only to like just tap out of it.
I think he's seen The Mandalorian. I think everything Filoni does, I think he sees, because I think Filoni shows it to him.
But like, I mean, he's got to have seen.
But I don't think he went to like go watch The Last Jedi.
I think he. I don't think he went to go watch it, but they definitely.
I think he just doesn't care.
They definitely like mailed him a copy of it.
I don't think he cares. He doesn't seem like a guy that really watches movies.
He definitely watches movies.
I know he saw Megalopolis. He loved Megalopolis.
If he watched okay, how do you love Megalopolis and not like episode 10 or episode 9? Episode 9's better than Megalopolis. It's awful. It's terrible. But it's better than Megalopolis.
I don't even know how to. I don't even consider Megalopolis like a movie.
It's just the incomprehensible thing.
It's more of just like it's an experience.
It's an enigma.
You have to just be there.
It's a thing that happens to you.
It happens to you. Yeah. You don't watch it.
It's a thing that happens to people
you still can't get it anywhere. The only way to see it is that he is going on tour, city to city, screening it. Like, he's coming here in, I think, August or September.
Can we get like a pirated copy of it?
I
gotta have a copy of it.
No, he's coming to Dallas to like screen it.
We should go.
He'll be there. I kind of want to see him in person.
I kind of want to be like, dude.
Because I think there's going to be a Q&A.
What is this?
I want to be like, have you seen a movie before?
No, here's exactly
what
the question.
What drugs are you on?
I would go, Hello, we are notorious, prolific podcasters who have dedicated a great amount of time into dissecting this work. We have often described it as something you do not observe, but rather something that happens to you. Would you agree with that analysis?
Yeah.
Like, what do you think this is?
What is this? What did you do?
What do you think you've created?
Genuinely, I think it's a movie everyone should watch.
I don't think it's a movie everyone should watch.
Because it's just like, it's like a Rorschach test.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you see when you watch this?
What happened?
What is this to you? Anyway, George is gonna be there. Our buddy George, love George. Sam, let's touch on Emmy noms real quick, and then we'll wrap it up. Severance season 2 led all nominations total 27. The Penguin was in second place with 24.
That's cool.
White Lotus season 3 and the studio season 1 both had 23 noms. The studio nominations were the most a comedy series has ever had in its first season. HBO and HBO Max combined scored the most nominations out of all networks and streamers. We can touch on the full list of nominees. There's dozens upon dozens of Emmy categories.
The studio does not deserve that many awards. I know why it got that many nominations.
Because all the voters are in it.
I know why it got them. It's because it's about them, and they love it when you make something about
There's
them.
nothing Hollywood loves more than when it's about them.
Except for that one time where they didn't like it. The one with Margot Robbie in it and Tobey Maguire. What one was that?
Oh, Babylon.
They did not like that one.
Okay, here's the thing about the Emmys. They're kind of dumb. Like, just in terms of how the voting process works and who's a member and how many categories there are.
They're all dumb.
Like,
they're all very stupid.
It's so obvious when you look at the Emmy noms every year that, like, they all watched, like, two shows.
Yeah.
Like, the rest of them they nominate because they hear about them. But, like, if you look at the acting noms, like, they're ridiculous. Like, it's all The White Lotus. Like, you can tell they watched The White Lotus and Severance and not much else. And The Studio. They watched those 3 shows and nothing else.
I think we should... this might be a hot take. We should ban shows from being allowed to be nominated multiple years in a row.
I don't know if that would fix the problem.
White Lotus wouldn't be here.
But The White Lotus hasn't had another season since, like, 3 years ago.
I don't care.
You're saying, like, more than one nomination
you get
total?
one season to submit. You can pick whichever season you want.
I don't think that... I think the big problem with the Emmy process is it's still designed for how TV aired 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Where, I mean, it's the reason that the nominations come out in July and the ceremonies in September. Is because the television season used to be very defined as September through May, all the big shows aired, everyone went off for the summer, and the nominations and the winners for that year would be in September, and then the season would start again.
Yeah.
And every show aired a new season every year, 22 episodes. Now, everything is an 8-episode streaming show that comes out every 3 years. So, and TV comes out throughout the year. Like, a lot of these shows dropped in, like, May or June, and the window is so weird. Like, all the Bear nominations for this year, for this ceremony, which will be held in September, are for the Bear season 3, which came out last June. Not even the season that just came out. Just because of what the window is.
So dumb. You know, okay. Also, who picks the nominees?
The Television Academy.
Okay, let's get rid
which
of
is
that.
Thousands of people.
Let's just have it be you just vote.
Who's they?
The people who watch TV.
Like
anyone can
fan votes.
Yes, fan votes for the nominees.
Okay,
they can pick the winners.
That's the MTV Choice Awards.
Hang on, they can pick the winners, because like I think like that makes like, but the nominees.
So you're saying the public tells them what shows to watch.
Yeah.
My only problem with that is what the most watched shows actually are like Yellowstone and like a 911. So
yeah, but those people were
and like
okay,
Love Island USA.
Love Island USA, Yellowstone, and Chicago PD. viewers are not the people who are going to be like submitting vote requests.
And those aren't the best shows. Okay, let's just look at the nominees here. Like best drama series, there's 8 nominees.
Right.
And honestly, I would say these are probably the 8 best drama shows currently going, or at least that have had a season in the past year. The nominees are Andor, The Diplomat, The Last of Us, which is bad, Paradise, The Pit, Severance, Slow Horses, and The White Lotus. That's a fine lineup of nominees. The problem is that Severance is so easily just going to win because that's the show they all watch. When, like...
The White Lotus could win. Because they definitely watched that.
They watched that and Severance, but I think Severance has the momentum. That's been the hot
Yeah.
show this year. But, like, Andor's probably the best television show that's been made in the past 10 years. Just in general.
Yeah.
But none of them watched it because most of them probably
They
went,
saw Star Wars?
it's a Star Wars thing, who cares?
Ew.
Yeah.
Gross.
But even, like,
Star Wars.
I've heard nothing but great things about The Pit. I've heard Slow Horses is really good. I've heard great things about Paradise. None of those shows have a chance because the Severance is just going to eat it. And then there's a show like The Last of Us in there that absolutely does not deserve it, which was at best a mediocre season of television, but is in there because it's a brand that has prestige
Yeah.
assigned to it just culturally, or at least to them. Like season 1 was seen as like this great show, so season 2 just gets to be in there regardless of its quality. And kind of the same thing with The White Lotus season 3, because what I've heard about that show is that the first 2 seasons are great and the third one is fine, but the third one's going to be in there because the first 2 were so good.
Yeah.
Which is a stupid way to vote. It should be season by season quality wise. And then comedy, it's kind of the same thing, although there's less comedy shows now.
Why is The Bear in comedy?
That's another thing. The Bear is not a comedy.
It's not at all a comedy.
The Bear
There's
is
like a joke.
The Bear
There's
and
like a joke.
The Bear and the White Lotus competes in drama and The Bear competes in comedy. Those are the exact same show in terms of like joke to drama ratio. Like why
and it's gonna win because it's a drama.
the only reason The Bear is in comedy is because it's half-hour episodes. And traditionally comedies have been a half hour back in the olden days of television.
But wasn't every show a half hour?
No, well,
Wasn't
because
every show a half hour in the golden age of television?
no, because the dramas were 44 minutes, and the comedies were 22.
Stupid.
But The Bear's not gonna win
Why not? It's better than all the other shows.
because they didn't like The Bear season 3, and
What?
a lot of Hollywood
it's
is
good.
mad that it competes in comedy.
Well, yeah, it shouldn't be there.
And it didn't
Who
win
picked
last
that?
year.
How did it get there?
Hacks won last year
How did it get into comedy?
because it's a half hour and it has jokes. Like it is a lot of times a jokey and lighthearted show, but it is not a comedy. It's a dramedy. It's like a very definition
I'm
of
saying,
comedy.
who put it there?
The people who vote for the
They
nominees.
shouldn't have put it there.
Well, it's because FX, who's the network,
Yeah.
gets to pick what category
Oh,
it's
then it's
submitted
their
in.
fault. Then they should not have submitted it.
They
for
put
comedy.
it in comedy because
That's
it's
their
easier
fault.
to win
That's
comedy.
Stupid. They should have put. It's Always Sunny in
Okay,
Philadelphia. It's
no, because if the Bear's going up against Severance, The Pit, and Andor and The White Lotus, it has no chance.
Yeah.
But if it's going up against Only Murders in the Building and Shrinking, it does.
Yeah, but that's stupid. It doesn't belong there.
I think the studio's pretty easily going to win comedy, just based on general people like that show.
Mm-hmm.
It is a comedy series, like it is a straightforward comedy, and it's Hollywood and it has the most nominations. Good for the other shows, but none of them have a chance. Abbott Elementary is like the only actual network show on here.
Also, Apple's going to outspend everyone.
Yeah, in terms of awards campaign. Best limited series is Adolescence, Black Mirror, Dying for Sex, Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez
Why
story,
is the
and
Penguin
the
a
Penguin.
limited series?
Because it's a limited series.
Or anthology. It's not an anthology.
It's a limited series. It's not getting a second
What makes
season.
it limited?
That it's not getting a second
But
season.
they said it might get a second season.
It's not going to get one.
Okay, but we don't even know that right now. Like, they could still do that.
But right now it's a limited series. Right now it was like it's one season, then we're done.
So is every show a limited series for its first season, and then it becomes an unlimited series later?
No, because Severance was very obvious. Like a show like Severance, they make that first season with we're going to do more seasons of this in mind.
Right.
The Penguin is conceived as, we have an idea for 8 episodes. We're picked up for 8 episodes. We're going to do the 8 episodes, and then that's it. And then if in 3 years someone's like, hey, I have an idea for another season, they might do it.
So is that another one? Would that be a...
But it's not a show where
series then?
HBO's like, we're going to renew it, and then we're going to immediately start working on season 2.
Yeah.
Right now it's a limited series. But that is probably going to lose to adolescence, even though The Penguin is really good.
Yeah.
TV movie is a stupid category. You know how TV movie works at the Emmys? If you submit your film for the Oscars and it doesn't make it, and you're a streamer, you can then turn around and submit it for TV movie because it was on a streaming service, which is also technically TV, I guess.
To be fair, though, I don't think that's their fault. That's like, that just kind of changed.
There is one actual TV movie on here. Okay? Because the nominees are the 4th Bridget Jones movie, which came out in theaters everywhere in the world but the United States, where it went straight to Peacock. Okay? The Gorge, which was an Apple TV Plus movie that at one point was going to theaters and then they shifted to streaming recently. Mountainhead, which is an actual TV movie, because that was a movie made for television when it was broadcast on actual television on HBO. Yeah. Nona's, which is a Netflix Vince Vaughn thing, and Rebel Ridge, which is like a Netflix movie. None of those are TV movies but Mountainhead.
Yeah.
And Mountainhead's gonna win because it's an actual TV movie.
Best reality competition program.
Who cares about this category? Also,
best talk series.
Best talk series has been gutted, and it's funny that The Late Show with Stephen Colbert is on here, even though it's been canceled.
I hope it wins though.
It will now.
Yeah.
It's got that on lock. Also, here's another dumb thing. Best talk series and best scripted variety series are 2 different categories. There are 3 nominees in talk series and only 2 in variety series because it's just John Oliver and SNL.
What is a scripted?
And John Oliver just gets to win every year.
How are there only 2 scripted variety series? Is there not? Does Saturday Night Live not count?
It is. That's the other nominee. There's 2 nominees.
What? There should be another. Is there?
By the way, John Oliver has won for 10 straight years.
Why does he? At that point, I would just stop showing up. Like, why would I even all right, yeah, I get to win again.
Also, he's doing a news program. That's what John Oliver's making.
Wait a minute. Shouldn't every single news program fall under this category?
Scripted variety?
Yeah.
No, because it's not scripted.
They say scripted stuff constantly.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Here's the dumb distinction, right? So The Daily Show...
I'm going to look up the definition of scripted
hold on. Series. The Daily Show is in Best Talk Series, which is a show where the host gives a 20-minute scripted monologue on the news and then interviews a guest, and that's Best Talk Series. John Oliver's show is in Best Scripted Variety because he just does the scripted monologue from the start, but for 40 minutes.
Best sketch comedy-driven variety show of the year. Okay, that's not either of those. Well, okay, then it would be SNL. And it would
anyway,
be SNL.
I think SNL is going to win because they had their 50th this year, so they'll probably grab it.
Best actor in a drama.
Sterling K. Brown, Gary Oldman.
Adam Scott.
Okay, another dumb nominee. Pedro Pascal has wormed his way in to Best Lead Actor for a Drama Series.
Yeah, that is actually
for a season of television where he appears in 3 episodes.
And he's
and is at best a supporting character in those 3 episodes.
No, that should have been Diego Luna for sure.
Or anyone else.
Hundo P. Diego Luna should have been.
Because you know who also didn't make this was Squid Game Season 2.
Yeah.
You could also put Lee Jung-jae in that category. He just stole a spot from somebody who actually deserved it.
Best actress in a drama series.
This is the most open category by far.
Again, I think Mon Mothma girl should be here.
Sharon Horgan for Bad Sisters. I don't even know what that show is, but it made it in. Another Last of Us nomination for Bella Ramsey, which...
Sure, she's at least in the show.
She's in the show, I guess. I think Britt Lauer for Severance is pretty much going to take that immediately.
Best supporting actor in a drama series.
Okay, this is by far the dumbest. Best supporting actor in a drama series has 7 nominees.
The entire supporting cast of Severance is here.
3 White Lotus, 3 Severance, 1 Paradise. What?
Okay, second rule.
Sam Rockwell's in 1 scene in a episode.
1 submission per show per category. Why did they
Agreed.
even let you do multiple?
I think you gotta
It
just
doesn't
pick.
make any sense.
And that's not even a crazy rule.
No, that seems perfectly normal.
That seems perfectly normal.
Pick the best one from your show and submit
And you
that
know what?
one.
If you're Severance and you're presumably going to go for 3-4 seasons,
Yeah.
for this year,
This
it's
guy.
Tremel Tillman's
And then
chance.
we'll submit another
If he
person
doesn't
next
win,
year.
we'll try freaking John Turturro. You know what?
Yeah,
You don't get to steal.
Tremel Tillman should win. But
3 spots.
It's crazy that they took half the category.
And then the White Lotus gets the other half, and then James Marsden's there too. Good for him. Like, that's insane. That is actually insane.
Best actor in limited or anthology series.
I mean,
This is a Colin Farrell.
that is stealing. That's stealing spots from the entire supporting cast of Andor, right?
Yeah.
From anyone in the pit, which that's a big ensemble show, right?
Do animated series qualify
No.
for Emmys?
They do in their own categories, because there's also 50 Emmy categories. Best actor in a limited series, Colin Farrell's probably going to win that.
Yeah, I don't even know the rest.
Yeah, and then so again, it's the same thing with supporting actress in a drama series.
Good Lord. 4 White Lotus.
4 for White Lotus, 1 for Severance.
The rest is fine. 4 White Lotus? That is half the category. That is actually half the entire category.
Yep. And that show can't be that good.
It cannot be that good.
I know it
I
was
haven't
like
seen it. Maybe it is, but it's definitely not.
and then you get like guest actor in a drama series, which is another White Lotus nom.
Why does The Last of Us have 2?
Forrest Whitaker, our boy for Andor, good for him, made it into best guest
Why is
actor
he
in a
in
drama
guest
show.
actor? He's in the show. He's in the whole show.
He's in many episodes of season 2 as Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
Is in The Last of Us season 2. What? And like, he's great in that show. But how is he the one that made it in? It doesn't make any sense. Okay? It just doesn't. How on earth did Stellan Skarsgård not get nominated for Andor?
Was he nominated last year?
No.
Then yeah.
What? How did Zach Cherry, Walton Goggins, Jason Isaacs, Sam Rockwell, James Marsden, John Turturro all put in better performances than Stellan Skarsgård, who maybe put on the best television performance of the past 10 years? Maybe since like Bob Odenkirk is Saul Goodman at least.
Yeah.
Like these are just stupid people. And then like some of these like don't even. Some of these make zero sense.
Why is there 2 Last of Us? There should be no Last of Us in this
Jeffrey
category.
Wright is barely even in that show. And he's just doing the Jeffrey Wright
he's
thing.
Not doing anything.
He's not even doing
unique.
anything remarkable in that. Best guest actress,
even
too.
I would argue even Giancarlo Esposito. Like, okay, yes, he's a very talented actor, but he only does that one character. And he's being the same character again. Again, he's not doing anything new.
And he's getting nominated for The Boys season 4, where he's in, like, one episode, and he's doesn't
to
even.
be fair, this is guest actor, so sure.
Okay, but he doesn't even have like a big dramatic scene.
No, he's just in it.
He's just in that episode. He's just like one of the gang for a little bit. And then, I mean, it just goes down.
Actress.
Best actor and actress in a comedy series. Honestly, I'm fine with those nominees for the most part.
I don't like that there's 2 Last
The
of Us
one that's like really
or 2
stupid.
Severances.
The one that's really stupid is that Jeremy Allen White gets nominated for best comedy actor in a role where he has not once had an even remotely comedic moment.
Yeah.
Jeremy Allen White has never smiled on the bear.
Maybe like
Much less
one time
delivered
in
a
flashback.
joke.
Yeah.
Ayo
Edebiri, at least her character like sometimes says jokes.
Yeah, at least she does like funny reactions, maybe. Yeah, and then the rest of the nominees, I think the studio is just going to sweep the comedy categories.
Yeah.
I think Jean Smart wins for best actress in comedy series for Hacks, and then it's the studio.
Okay, where's the animated ones?
I mean, they're going to be at the way bottom, Sam.
Oh, they're not even on this list. Okay, I gotta look it up now.
Best writing for a drama series, Dan Gilroy got nominated. That's good. Should be Tony, but whatever. I guess Dan wrote the Gorman arc, so I'm fine with that, I guess. Nathan Fielder got nominated for best writing and best directing. Although The Rehearsal did not get a comedy nomination.
So,
And you saw The Rehearsal season 2, right?
Yes, I did watch
Like, that definitely deserves a nomination over Abbott Elementary, Nobody Wants This, Only Murders in the Building, Shrinking,
100%.
and What We Do in the Shadows.
That show was genuinely innovative. Like, he did things no one has ever done with TV before.
Yeah. And probably won't be getting another season, so it probably won't get another chance. Which is just crazy.
Okay. Here we go.
What are you
2025
looking at?
Emmys, Outstanding Animated Program nominations. Arcane, The Simpsons, Bob's Burgers. Bob's Burgers is on this list.
Yep.
I don't even want to, like... Bob's Burgers is on this list?
It is an animated program.
Is it only American shows that qualify?
No. What would you have in its place?
Like a dozen different... I didn't even watch... I watched 2 anime last year.
Okay, but you gotta...
You could throw a dartboard at every anime that released that year. I guarantee you it's a higher
So,
quality program than Bob's Burgers.
You gotta keep this in mind. Whatever category you're in, you nominate for who the nominees are. And then everyone votes in all the categories once the nominees have been picked.
I mean, screw it. Throw One Piece on there, I guess.
How the Emmys work is that you submit one episode.
Yeah, Arcane, it's the dirt under your nails.
And they watch the one episode, and that is what they're evaluating for like every category related to. Or like whatever
And then the other one is
put into
Love,
that
Death,
category.
and Robots and Common Side Effects.
Yeah.
Which I've heard is very good, but I have not bothered to watch. And then Love, Death, and Robots.
But like,
you get
I
it.
just think the only awards ceremony to me that makes any remote sense is the Oscars.
Yeah.
Because while you could never watch every movie that comes out in a year, most of the really good ones you can locate and genuinely get through. Like, it is feasible to watch 300 movies in a year and be able to actually vote on what the best movies are in the Academy Awards.
Yeah.
There is so much television. And for the Grammys, too, so much music put out in a year. Where, like, the Emmys actually meaning anything is so much harder. Because they're not watching all these shows. You can't. There's way too much television to actually be on top of to be able to make like actual decisions. Like, it made more sense when television was when there was 4 networks and they had a fall slate of 12 shows and you could tune in every week on every night and get through most of the big ones. Yeah. And you knew which ones were good and which ones are bad.
Let's see. Solo Leveling came out in 2024. Dan to Dan came out 2024. Look Back, which technically I guess would qualify.
Sam,
as a
I hate
TV
to break
movie.
the news to you, but they're not watching anime under any circumstances.
Oh, I'm well aware. I'm just saying all of these absolutely deserve it more than Bob's Burgers. Konosuba Season 3, I would say, better than Bob's Burgers. Reincarnated as a Slime Season 3, better than Bob's Burgers. The rest of these I haven't seen. But I'm assuming 90% of them better than Bob's Burgers. That's just like, what? Okay, so Arcane hopefully sweeps. Because, I mean, like...
Great show.
What, is The Simpsons going to win? No.
No, Arcane will probably win.
Maybe Love, Death, and Robots if they had like a banger episode that they submitted.
I have never seen a single episode of that show. I never hear anyone talk about it.
It's an anthology series.
I know what it is.
They have like one banger episode a season.
I know what it is.
That one.
Don't care.
Common Side Effects I heard was good.
But yeah, the Emmys are dumb. Yeah, the Emmys are dumb. Although, I mean, what matters is like, it'll never win, but our boy Andor will be remembered.
As being nominated
as
that one time.
No, as like being actually good.
Yeah.
Because that's what matters, man. Like, they can win all the awards they want.
Andor was peak.
You know, we're still... The Crown won like... The Crown won like 7 Emmys. Do you ever hear anyone talk about The Crown?
No.
No, no one's talking about that.
Now,
so
to be
it doesn't really
fair,
matter.
Star Wars gets like a kind of a immortal staying power in the like the zeitgeist, which gives it a little bit of an unfair advantage.
No,
there,
but you're right. But also, who's talking about Skeleton Crew?
It's true. No one cares about Skeleton Crew.
But we're talking about Andor, because Andor's freaking incredible.
It was really good, and you know
and
what?
better than all those shows.
I would even argue probably one of the kids from that show should have been nominated for something. Maybe
Skeleton Crew.
Yeah, give one of them give Elephant Kid an award, dude. He had to wear that freaking elephant thing on his head the whole time.
Probably deserves it more than like 2 of the White Lotus.
Makeup at least. He had an elephant thing on his head.
I don't think that's a category at the Emmys.
And
Although
if he
there's
did, the Penguin
50 million
Penguin would
categories.
win if it was.
Anyway, I don't think any news broke while we were recording.
Just the Stephen Colbert show.
I mean, yeah, we can touch on that real quick. Oh well, what do we think of the whole Epstein files scandal going on right
that's yeah. Oh, Stephen King hate finally vindicated. Finally
yeah,
validated.
Your hatred for Stephen
My
King.
irrational hatred for Stephen King is now fully justified.
Because he tweeted some weird
Why,
stuff.
after nearly a decade of constant criticism of the current president, would you defend him on this one issue? Out of all the issues you could flip, you go, guys, maybe he's being for real about the Epstein files.
Here's the thing. Because I think what he might be saying is the Epstein files were never real, and they knew that, and they were just using it as a thing to drum up support.
Could have said that in a way better way than.
Yeah, I mean, it's a stupid tweet, but like, that's not a completely unreasonable take to have.
No, but it was like,
which is like Trump is
right. Yeah, they're real, and so's the Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus. Because there's okay, well now that makes me just think.
Because there's two perspectives on the Epstein files on why Trump is wrong. One is they're 100% real, and he's covering up a pedophile ring.
Right.
And the other one is they never had actual evidence of any of this stuff, and all he did was run on a conspiracy to get his base drummed up.
Yes.
Which is the most likely option.
Yes.
I would say.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Because, like, here's the thing. If there was, like, conclusive evidence in the Epstein files that it was, like, Donald Trump came to my island and molested a bunch of children.
Right.
They would have already released that part. Like, when Joe Biden was president, he would have cut that part out, only released that, and just backed away.
Yeah.
What I think is actually likely is that Trump is in them, and it's not, like, conclusive, incriminating evidence.
But it makes him look really bad.
But it makes him look really bad. And so he's just made the mental calculation of, we'll just pretend this is not a thing.
But then if I were him, I would just always say that we're working on it. We're still working on it.
Yeah, which he should have done.
Yeah.
They should have never been like, they're not there.
Yeah.
They should have just been like, it's coming out soon.
We did get something. So, you know, Annie
Orphan Girl?
ANI, the anime girl that Elon Musk made to flirt with.
Where is this going?
So they're making another one, and it's Baby Grok.
Oh, did you just have a stroke? Because that's not what we were talking about.
Oh, I know, but I was doing our usual, flip through, see if anything broke. Baby Grok is coming. It's supposed to make kid-friendly content. It is a it is a Grok.
So not Mecha Hitler.
AI generated content.
That's another thing we didn't touch on is Grok became Mecha Hitler.
Yeah, Grok was, and then the day after got a $200 million Department of Defense contract.
All good things happening in the world.
I don't know what Baby Grok. That's probably horrible. I don't think we should be making AI-generated baby content farms. I think that's a bad idea.
I agree.
Hot take.
This will only end badly.
Yeah. Black Adam is trending.
Really?
What's going on with that?
People making fun of Dwayne Johnson for Black Adam again, as they should.
Oh no, they want Hawkman from Black Adam to be in the DCU.
I would be fine with that.
That's fine, actually. You know what?
You could keep all those characters except for Black Adam.
No, screw it. Keep Black Adam too.
No.
Just cut the post credits.
No, they're not keeping him.
Why not?
Because they all hate him. He tried to take over DC.
Well, no. Canonically, he just never does anything. he just stays
in the universe, but he doesn't do
nothing. He just stays in that city, just like Amanda Waller told him, and he never does anything. Because that's the ultimate FU. Is like, yes, you get to be
But you
this
don't.
insanely
No, you
powerful
never
character,
appear.
but you don't do anything.
Remember when Black Adam got a solo film before The Flash?
There are.
Remember how there were 2 Shazam movies and a Black Adam movie, and they never had a scene? They were never in either of them together.
Nope. Even though those 2 characters only exist to fight each other.
Yep. Well, I mean, Shazam's original nemesis was not Black Adam.
Yes.
Who was it?
I don't know. Probably like Spring Hat Man.
It was Captain Nazi.
Oh. Well, that's a valid target. I don't have a problem with him beating up Captain Nazi.
If you did that movie, if you put him in a movie today, there would be people upset.
Well, I mean, that's basically what like Captain America was. Like he fought
Well,
Captain Nazi.
Yeah, no. I mean, the villain in Peacemaker season 1 was basically
Also
Captain
Nazi. Yeah. What was his? Wasn't he literally called like
he was
the
called
White
the
Hood?
White Dragon.
Yeah, like that's as
And
close to
his minions were just members of the KKK.
that's as close to Captain Nazi as you're
yeah,
allowed
as
to
you
get.
could get. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this episode, everybody.
Yep.
We'll be back next week.
And you'll be able to see both of us the whole time.
Maybe.
Instead of Tucker for the first half and me for the second half.
Ooh.
Alrighty, bye-bye.